hey Hachi, like, fact you even train this bear, like in anything, let alone like he's expert martial artist and he's real good at business too.
Yeah. You know, he's running a Fortune 500 company. Like, wait a second, like something's off.
What am I doing in Denver? Passing the time until I remember. Feeling like Black Hut gone to November. Mom prays I'm back for December. Cause I left on a whim, left the house to my next of kin. Frustrating game of life not winning. Funny my family told me I was killing. Cause I write rhymes when I make Instagram posts every time. Every picture works on the craft. Lyrics whack, okay, as long as I make you laugh. Go to one way to Colorado. Curve reds or false Dorado. Mean stay live like no tomorrow. Hit up Drew for a couch to borrow. Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know. Up here in the same flow, I'ma sound like an asshole. I'm real repetitive, yo. Life giving me them blows. Not them good ones, though. More like ludicrous elbows. Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know. Up here in the same flow, I'ma sound like an asshole. Dreamed it a Halloween in Denver. Change of seasons, night to remember. Black box,
yeah.
Alright, man. Damn, it's been so long. I'm like, what do I say when I start? Okay, podcasts and stuff. We just started.
Yes,
that's
sir.
what it is. I'm like, how the fuck I forget this? It's been a while. I haven't done one since Denver. I've been chilling.
It has been some time.
It has been. When was that? That was like 2 weeks ago. I did. I interviewed Gay Brunch.
Gay Brunch.
A podcast in Denver.
Now, is that like gay brunch or like happy brunch?
It's not gay. It's gay. It's
right.
gay.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
And then my architect friend. So it was a 4-way podcast. Yeah, man.
That's quite a.
All 4 holes in this were being used.
That's quite a set. Damn.
And I was on. It was like a podcast exchange program because I was on their podcast earlier.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, cool.
And
so
they
were co-mingling and all that.
They were on. That's the name of their podcast show, Gay Brunch, and it's on Toke Radio.
Toke Radio.
It's on Toke Radio.
Hey, Denver.
It's legal. It's legal over there.
Perfect. Yeah.
And it's in a dispensary, the studio.
That's awesome.
That's
fantastic. Yeah. Yes. And that now. But did you eat brunch?
No, it was no brunch. None of them. It was just a lot of smoking.
Okay, you know, you substitute one for the other.
I will say this though, like, so going into it, I guess there's like a membership area where like they hang out, the dispensary. Not us, but like
yeah.
And it was kind of, maybe I just was in a bad moment, but it was kind of depressing because everybody was leaned back, like and like. They were high already, so it looked like a crack house. You know, when everybody's just kind of
the zonked. They're just they're already done.
And I don't think I've ever seen like people smoked out like that before. Like, because no one was even smoking. They were done.
That's it.
They were just done.
Damn. I mean, yeah, that's high school etiquette for me, man. Like I don't see people like that even today.
Yeah, but
you know, I barely even see people follow the streets out
usually,
of the bars.
Usually just party style, and people are just passing it and they're relaxed. But I've never seen them zoned out like that. Yeah, and this was like 2 p.m. in the daytime. 3 p.m. This is like, I was like, man, this is fucked up, man.
Like, damn, that's a good day off, I guess. Like,
I guess, like a day of rest, right?
Yeah,
like the Lord said. But
that's pretty cool though. I mean, overall, I mean, it's good you're getting out there like that. Like,
oh yeah, like that's another reason I would like to make money. If I could keep doing that, because like Perfect World, if I was making money, yo, like instead of talking about bringing on Tampa Bison, I told him I really wanted to do it in person, but I was like, dude, I would just fly out to him. Yeah. But that shit is not conducive right now.
Well, yeah, no, that's
so Discord it is.
Yeah.
But
I'm behind on that too. I'm nowhere. Like I'm always asked about the guys here. You know, what's your Discord? I don't even play online.
I mean, like, I don't think it's as big in fighting game community.
No, it's like PUBG or Dota.
Yeah, because again, team games, like, they need that communication.
Yeah.
And now that they do video, like, it's even better. Like, there's no reason for Skype. Like, no one should be. Yeah. Now, mainstream people should be hopping on board.
Shit, is Skype dead? Is Skype dead? Like,
Skype was always dead.
Oh, okay.
But for mainstream necessity, like, I remember when I used to use it on the podcast, I remember I talked to people who worked in more corporate situations, and they were like, we still use Skype, and it still sucks. And we just accept that it sucks. We just
we got a very important conference call. Don't worry, it's gonna drop. But
But yeah, some people. But there's other more expensive solutions now. But I mean, like
Yeah.
for people who just like if some. There are some real profitable companies out there who
Well,
have no interest in investing in certain infrastructures like that, you know. So if Skype is free solution, it works.
yeah.
Even if it sucks, it works.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, you know, you'll get it.
So,
Well, I mean, and I don't know. I guess, I mean, every smartphone today comes with a FaceTime feature as is. So I mean, and that clearly comes free with your phone.
yeah.
So
All the Apple ones have FaceTime.
yeah.
I don't know if this Android shit has a thing, but now Discord just added video to the phone because it didn't have phone video.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I mean, there's always an app
Yeah,
to
yeah.
do some type of communication or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, I control my PlayStation with an app on my phone, my TV.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Actually, no, my TV's a little too old for that. My TV's still plasma.
Time travel life.
Yeah, no, dude.
But it's still new enough to have your name on there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, look at that.
Like, shout out to Hulu.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Great shows.
But yo, who am I with today?
You're with Michael Alarcon, Lacquer Head in the burgeoning, begrudging fighting game community, FGC, if you will, here in San Antonio and throughout Texas. Also, big Street Fighter player, obviously, big gamer here and there. Big mark for the wrestling. Shout outs to New Japan. You've been killing it. Thank you, Kenny Omega. Metalhead.
Who we gonna fight in New Year's? Jericho? Is
Jericho, dog.
It is Jericho,
Yeah,
right.
hell yeah. That's gonna be insane.
I might need to show up for that one.
I'm actually taking that because I always work Monday mornings. I'm taking that Monday off because New Japan, their pay-per-views are like at 3 a.m.
I used to do that all the time for when you remember Pride.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Oh,
They
dude.
always had New Year's Eve extravaganza.
Yeah.
I used to love it.
Dude, Fedor, man.
Oh yes, right. He would always fight someone stupid, but it was still good.
Yeah, yeah. It's like,
None of his real matches were ever in December.
no, never. But it was always fun to see him just wallop somebody.
And he had the great music, yo.
Yeah.
The original one. Oh,
Yeah, dude.
oh,
Who was it? Was it Vanderlei Silva? You remember Vanderlei, the axe murderer?
Yeah.
Was it him that came out to the Ghost in the Shell song? Like, because I remember
He always used Sandstorm, I feel like.
Oh, was it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember there was one of those Brazilian guys that just had the Ghost in the Shell theme, and I was like, that's too good.
I want to say, I don't know, man. A part of me thinks Anderson Silva only fought like maybe 2 to 4 fights in Pride.
Yeah.
But he might have had some songs like that
Okay.
in there. And then he gets DMX when he goes to UFC.
Hey, y'all gonna
Ain't no
make me.
sunshine.
That's right. That's right.
I don't know shit about MMA right now, though. That was my MMA day.
And
then, like everything, it got, to that boiling point of commercialism where it just became stale.
Yeah. It. I mean, last. Who was it? The Irish gentleman.
Called Conor.
Yeah, Conor McGregor. Yeah, that's.
I don't know nothing about Conor McGregor from an MMA standpoint.
No, I know.
I don't know nothing.
I know he has a big mouth. Apparently, does pretty well in the featherweight division, welterweight, whatever. But I mean, he got wrecked when he went to middleweight or light
now
heavyweight.
what I'm hearing about. It's funny. I was hearing this parallel discussion on Joe Rogan of kind of comparing MMA to like music and the label situation, and it was what is it Billy Morgan or the Smashing Pumpkins guy?
Oh, Billy Corgan.
Corgan.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. He's a wrestling promoter now.
What?
Yeah. Well, like he tried. Yeah, he tried to.
Do you want some nuts, bro?
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm down. I'm down.
I know we shouldn't eat on podcast, but sorry, fuck it.
No, it's all right. I mean,
because it is audible, but the chewing. But I mean, try not to eat during the whole one.
no, yeah, he. So TNA, TNA.
Yeah.
They went through all that. Pain, I guess, last year into this year, and Billy Corgan stepped in, and was like, "I got this." And
really,
yeah, they did. I mean, it didn't play out, but
like story wise or like financially.
No, like financially, like he was gonna like buy the company.
Damn.
And I think he like got some form of ownership through it, but yeah, and I mean, he put it out, but I mean,
it's still bomb.
yeah, Yeah,
like I mean, it's done. Like TNA's over now.
well, no, they're still around, but I mean, they're
But his role's done.
Yeah,
He got
like he got out like real quick. Like
he must have had like a amazing contract situation.
I mean, well,
Where
a lot of
he
that
can
stuff
just
was
leave.
just cheap, you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I think they were near bankruptcy, so I mean, just like grab what you can. So
yeah, because I mean, he must like. I wonder if he really likes wrestling, or maybe he just saw like just in case.
No, he's a guy. He's a fan. Like it's interesting.
Yeah, because you gotta really like it to at the where it is right now to want to oppose the WWE.
I mean,
like,
to
in
be honest,
America,
yeah,
not
like,
be New Japan, but like in America,
even
know?
like even like the mild mannered promoting that I've done for like concerts here in town, like, and these are like spot grindcore shows, you know, like $2 to free at the door, you know, like. Even can be a fucking headache. Sorry for the language.
No, you
like,
can curse.
Even like
you want.
that can, you know, that shit can be a major headache. And I can't even imagine like, oh yeah, I'm flying in this guy from Philly. I got this one guy from Texarkana, and I'm flying out a guy from Florida. And it's like I can't imagine because like wrestlers already have like they have their set fucking like you pay me this.
Yeah.
And I mean renting out a bingo hall isn't really anything here. Just like some clubs are here, but at the same time, like. Usually the bands that I deal with are, you know, like, hey man, you know, we're fine making merch, you know, or if the bar can help out. But I mean, at a wrestling show, it's like, no, you better pay those guys. They want their money. Like,
so. You mentioned the music stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about Corova?
It's a bummer. I
probably still said the name wrong, but
yeah, Corova, you got it. Yeah. It's a bummer here, man, because you know Corova's been kind of a focal thing here for the last 8 years. Yeah, like they've been around. I mean, you know, they made
only
a lot,
8. I thought it was longer.
About 8 years. Yeah, I mean, and you know, they're making a lot of noise. I'll be right now. You know, I mean, that was, you know, we had when the White Rabbit was like kind of falling apart. We had the Corova, you know, and that's where we had all the metal shows and like hardcore shows come through. I mean. And then we started, you know, I mean, other promoters dealt with all the fancier stuff like Killswitch Engage, bands like that, because those are already arena bands at this point.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, I will say this. I had some great times at the Corova. I've made some great friends over the years there. I mean, I was involved in only a handful of things. When it came to the Corova, I had never worked for them.
Yeah.
You know, but I have a lot of great friends there. And it sucks that they went through what they went through, you know. I mean, it was literally. I mean, we all. I mean, I kind of saw it coming because, like, the fact that over the last 2 weeks they've been moving shows and this and that.
Is that what's going on?
Yeah,
I've become very when it comes to San Antonio music and a lot of San Antonio. I've become very distant. Like, I mean, now, I used to only live far away.
Yeah,
mentally, I am gone. I still might be here. I feel like a lot of people. I've probably become the boy who cries wolf because I'm always talking about leaving, but I'm still here. But one, I'm like, you know what? I'm not worried about that because one, it's manifestation. Sometimes you got to talk that shit into reality.
Of course. Yeah, hell yeah.
but two, over this year, more and more, like mentally, like I'm gone. So I only know about Corova like 2-3 hours ago on Facebook.
I mean, I you know, when was it? Sunday today? Thursday, because I went out Thursday night and this band that was booked at the Corova, Battalion of Saints, they came through and that show was supposed to be at the Corova, obviously. And
yeah,
my buddy John, who, you know, was one of the main guys that dealt with like booking bands there, you know, hit me up on Facebook last minute and he was like, hey man, come out to Amp Room, Battalion of Saints is playing and it is $12, but this and that. And I was like, hey man, I'll be there. But he, you know, he kind of stressed, you know, like it'd really help.
Yeah.
Which, and I totally understand that, but, and then within 3 hours of being out that night, you know, it was like, oh yeah, well, bankruptcy, no power, all these things started coming out, and I was like, oh well, I mean, then it's obviously real. Like obviously this place isn't going to exist anymore. And then Friday is when they had the actual statement that they put out, and
yeah,
I mean, it's kind of bummer, you know, a couple bands got, because there were 2 shows booked, like Friday and Saturday, so. Which I wanted to go to, but obviously couldn't. So, but you know, you do what you can. I I feel that I don't know. There's two sides to every story. If you go on Cattle Decapitation's Facebook page and you see what they wrote about the Kurova, you'll see one side which I'm understanding of, but at the same time you see what the Kurova said, and you know they're very sorry. But hey, you know, business is business. As long as business just fails, you know, like overall.
Well, like that could have been a Megadeth title. Business is business.
Yeah, I mean, hey, let's play Holy Wars backwards.
There you go.
Yeah,
yeah, man. Real quick before you continue, let me move that real quick.
What?
Just some of the mic.
Oh, some of it? Oh, okay.
Because I feel like, you turn into me. But...
I'm also looking.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that works. Yeah.
And then maybe just move it closer to you if you need to.
Yeah, that's...
That way you don't have to keep turning your head.
Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, it.
What happened with the band though? You mentioned what is it, Cattle?
Oh, Cattle Decapitation. Well, so they were supposed to play Friday night, and you know it obviously wasn't going to happen. So, and unfortunately, because it's not. In one hand, it is a kind of high priority show because Cattle Decap is known now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even last minute, I mean, I guess they couldn't get it anywhere else in town, so they had to move their show to Fort Worth, which worked out for them because they were coming from like another state.
Yeah.
Because like just weird, like it was an odd tour stop. It was like El Paso or something. Then it was like Atlanta, and then it was like back to San Antonio, or it was going to then coming down to San Antonio. So like Fort Worth is obviously closer if you're coming into Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
But like just saying stuff and like, oh, we're sorry we couldn't make it, but this, and I'm paraphrasing all this, but just all the, we're just kind of shocked about the venue's complete negligence on the matter and this and that. And it's like, well, I mean, yeah, like you don't just go bankrupt and on the next day you're just like, hey man, by the way, hey, we're all right. Things happen. I'm sorry. Like,
yeah.
Or, venue doesn't have power. What can you do? Like at that point, it's, lock up the door and hand the keys off to the landlord or whoever, is taking care of that property.
I saw that, and first thing came to mind was, and who knows, because I never felt like that was the greatest just location because they don't even have parking there, directly.
Paid parking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
that was always a pain. That was always something that hurt.
But it is kind of a venue already, but it is kind of small too. So a part of me was like, the way things are going, like it's probably ready, and it probably has the best location because it's downtown already though.
Yeah.
But the way things are going, like it can just easily be eaten up by like one of the two things but it's probably too small for one of them. So like Live Nation owns like Aztec, so it's too small for them probably.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, they already have. Well, yeah, because you have Live Nation that has Aztec, and then you have Come and Take It. I think that handles Paper Tiger.
Confused, like the fake C3, the new C3.
Yeah.
Like whatever they have a name. I always forget their name, but they were one of them. Somebody was talking to me who works for them a few months ago. They were interested in buying Sunset.
Sunset Station?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Sunset is definitely bigger, so they probably want a bigger place because I guess they have small and Paper Tiger. But I mean, a small place, but maybe being down there, maybe you can bring a certain type of
and there's more space, because Sunset Station is an outdoor venue.
Dude, like tonight, I think I always make fun of you looking like John Wayne. I think tonight John Wayne's at Limelight.
Yeah, is that tonight?
Yeah.
Damn it.
But he could be at Corora downtown, like if like the right people owned it.
Yeah, no, exactly. I was actually kind of when I saw that flyer with the tour dates, I was pretty intrigued actually. I was like, wow, okay, because like, Antoine is.
No.
You ever heard Antoine? Like Antoine's he's like one of those like internet sensation rappers, like kind of like Lil Ugly Mane. Like he came up in that whole look at me get popular through Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Kind of DIY stuff. Antoine technically like he played at Paper Tiger. And like Paper Tiger is not like, when you look at the artists that they're bringing in there now, like, I mean, dude, Ghost Sound Observatory is playing there. And Ghost Town Observatory is a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
Like now. But like Antoine played there like less than a year ago. And in accordance to the grand scheme of things, he's kind of a nobody. And I know that John Wayne's kind of making it now, but he's getting significant press. And I was really surprised that they announced him at Limelight because it's, I mean, passionate venue, small, you know, and I know that'll be a really cool show.
Limelight is like, it doesn't like, I don't know if they have some new ambitions and stuff based on what they own. Based on what they own, it's very rare for them to bring anybody. Yeah. I feel like those people kind of own Limelight, 502 and the Mix maybe. Mm-hmm. Those places rarely bring, like they get somebody, but it's like one every, you know.
Yeah, and,
you know,
like and usually, you know, it's like because at the Mix and like Limelight, you know, they're really cool because one of the promoters I know is his name's Loy. You know, like he brings a lot of like hard rock acts and stuff like that, you know, like through, you know, and it's either going to be at Faust or Limelight or the Mix. But I mean, those aren't exactly, you know, that's all out of pocket stuff. You know, like these bands want, you know, a couple $100 as opposed to, you know.
But I feel like lately it's not enough yet. But I feel like every now they're trying to try a little bit more. Because Paper Tiger is there, so they're trying to get. They're not going after names like Paper Tiger has.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're going after like people who matter ish.
Yeah, yeah. Like what's his name? Sadistic? Is that his name? I think his name's Sadistic. You know, he's one of those. You know, like the Suicide Boys or like he's kind of like one of those like hip hop artists, and like they had him come through.
Dude, I think I saw a post yesterday from a friend. You know, Camp Low was at Limelight yesterday, and so was I think my friend, he didn't even respond, so I don't know, he might be too young, he might not know what a Camp Low is, but the person opening for Camp Low, he was more excited about that guy. I forgot his name, but yeah, like it looks like they're trying to get like a certain niche of famous people,
like actual, like instead of like the artist with fame, it's the artist with art
kind of thing. Or like, maybe they had the fame already, like Camp Low had their moment.
Like, well, yeah, I mean they've had some interesting, like even in metal, like they've had some interesting bands come through Limelight. They're just clearly past their prime.
Yeah.
But I mean, we'll still draw an audience, and I mean that would be like the perfect venue to do it. I mean, obviously you can't fit 1,000 people in there.
Is it? And it's a shame, because I don't know how many people are going to these shows. The little bit I saw on Instagram didn't look too packed yesterday, but I'm like, if I had to root for any venue, like I would root for Limelight because it might still maybe suck overall, but I'm like, their sound system is like good.
I mean, they did those. When was last time you were there?
To be fair, if they're competing with Paper Tiger though, like their sound system, like none of those real places because they bring real acts, none of their sound systems suck. Yeah. But in terms of like, if a local venue has to do successful, well, I would want Limelight because fuck the rest of the strip because it's ass. As someone who performs on there, there's like no one close. Yeah. Like to Limelight, and except for like I said, Paper Tiger, but they bring real people, so they have to be.
Yeah, it's very rare.
They can't be ass. They can't be.
No, yeah, like even their, like even because they have like the main obviously concert hall.
Yeah.
But even the little fucking side room is like awesome.
Yeah.
Like I saw Dragged into Sunlight there earlier this year, and like that band is very abrasive, like volume, like heavy, and they put that band in that little back room, and I was like, well, I mean, I want to see the band because obviously I love this band, and that's not exactly a normal thing. Like Dragged into Sunlight's from France. They're not just going to tour San Antonio, you know? Like, so I had to go out of just...
Oh, fuck. No. Keep forgetting to not put the camera thing next to that because I feel like it does a noise.
Oh, okay.
But continue.
Yeah, Dragged into Sunlight, you know, when they played there, it sounded awesome. It sounded really good, and especially for like that small little room for a band like.
Move yours too. Now think about.
Shit. Yeah, this thing actually like messes with like my cassette player, which bothers me.
I always forget it because since I'm not actually hearing what we're doing.
Yeah,
I'm like in post. I'm like, God damn it! Stop putting my phone next to the recorder.
But because you know they did all those renovations, obviously, you know, new management, you know. Granted, you know, when you walk inside a Paper Tiger, it's like, oh, this looks like the White Rabbit, obviously, but the sound system is way better. The stage is much more. The stage looks safe. And at Limelight, Limelight, they did the same. Like the guy that came in, and I don't know if he was a new owner. I would assume he is. But like, he reset the stage and kind of did some work along the walls and the acoustics. Actually,
they had 2 subs in there, but I remember they were hesitant after it was there, and I think they really did get rid of one of them, which sucks because it was a lot, but it was good. It was stupid, but it was good stupid.
Yeah.
The only objection would be that little dive.
The step.
That's weird, right? Why'd they do that?
I don't know, man. Because like that, especially for someone like me, like I don't mosh or anything like that, but way too.
Is that what it is? You think anti-mosh technology?
I mean, honestly, because
never even thought of that, but that would make sense.
I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, I don't mosh anymore because I'm just too old for that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I couldn't imagine like seeing people mosh in that area just because.
It's
the amount of falling, the amount of like, yeah, exactly. Like it's no good.
Yeah.
I mean, people can barely stand up at a concrete slab garage when a band is playing, and they're just slipping all over the place.
Done on purpose, man. That's fucked up.
I mean, it could be. I mean, and at the same time, like, hey, like, I get it. Like moshing can be really dumb.
Yeah,
it can be really dumb.
It can.
But at the same time, I understand why it exists. So, and I, there have been those gripes, like, oh, I'm not gonna go see that band because like I can't mosh there. And it's like, oh well, then you clearly there's a disconnect there between like you and like your fanhood of the band. You can't like I don't give a shit if I can't mosh to awaiting the autopsy. I just want to see awaiting the autopsy. Like, that's how it works to me. But I don't know. It could be though, man, because I mean, dude, we used to fuck that place up. We would throw people in the walls. And we broke the bathroom. The metalheads broke the bathroom at that place. Like, I remember during DRI, like 2 years ago, like some guy got thrown to the bathroom wall. I was like, cool. Like, keep playing though, man. Play Soup Kitchen. Like, like.
Let me see. Let's do this again for this. Now they got moved and shit.
Oh yeah.
We gonna get this.
I didn't mean to. I kicked it. I was getting excited.
Oh, I get it, man. No. I'll tell what's that? That's maybe okay. What's that Dallas band? Trip something? Power Trip?
Oh, Power Trip. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Every time I tell, just like you were telling the story, you got excited, you had the mic stand. Every time I tell the story of Power Trip, backfist, like there was a guy in the crowd and he backfisted this girl. And I remember I was telling that story once at Barbarella, right? That's the shortest I've ever told that story about that girl. But because there's more to it. But yeah, she got back first. She's knocked out cold pretty much. She just won. Yeah, she dropped.
Yeah, just
because she wasn't even trying to be a part of this. Like,
no, yeah,
it was one of those guys, one of those ninjas. Like, mosh pit, you're in the pit. This is a ninja, so he takes it to you.
Yeah.
So he was going around like,
yeah, asshole. Yeah,
but
crowd killing. Yeah.
Oh man, but I'm in Barbarella telling that same story, and I do the back fist to show some money, and I actually backfisted the dude.
Yes.
And
Power Trip is living vicariously through
you. So I was like, I can't even tell this story no more because I start hurting people.
Because it becomes because like you might think it's fiction, but then it becomes reality.
Yeah, man. It's manifestation. Are they still doing stuff?
Power Trip? Yeah, they were just here. Shit, when was that? End of September, early October.
Yeah,
I saw him with Obituary. Regretted the hell out of it.
Oh man, was it not good?
I mean, it was a $23 show, and I wanted to see one band that I
got you.
Didn't really. The last time I saw Obituary was 7 years ago, and I could have kept it that way, or I should have kept it that way.
Got you.
Sorry, Obituary, I love you guys, but come on, you're not
live up to it.
You're not writing Slowly Rot anymore. So I mean, yeah. Plus, like Power Trip isn't exactly a band that I'm a fan of. I mean,
I'm the same.
They do what they do.
Yeah.
You know, man, and they do a really good job at it. And every time I see them, they get better. Like every time I've seen their live show, it's like, wow, like they're stepping it up. Like everything is like they sound better. They're much tighter. But if I'm gonna listen to thrash metal, I'm gonna listen to something with a lot of substance as opposed to something that's just gonna make me want to jump around my room. Which I don't mind, but
need that high quality.
I just, I like a little more.
You in a certain place in life. I get it, man.
Yeah.
We are older now, man.
I like,
we need wine now. We need
yeah.
We need,
I'm moving away from. I'm drinking a cider. So.
Oh shit.
I don't. I'm becoming a beer snob, I guess.
Man.
So, yeah. But I can't say anything. Those guys are doing it. I'm not.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, they kick ass every time. I just not a fan.
I heard Devin Townsend. I think he's coming out here because I'm a fanboy of his.
Oh yeah.
I think December 9th. I want to try because my friend told me he did it for Bonobo, which pissed me off because I was like, dude, I totally would have tried. But we have a friend out there, and so I want to see if I can get a press pass to try to do photos or
photos
something.
And all that good stuff. Yeah.
And probably no one needs them either, too. But I want to see if I can get the photos for me.
It's a personal project.
Yeah. But I want to see because my friend's not a photographer either. He was just able to get one because we know the person. So I'm like, hoping that I can get one too.
Yeah. See, and that's where's he playing? Do you know? Because I would assume.
Aztec.
Okay. Yeah. Because like that you'd have to go through a channel.
Because I know someone there.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
because I know we have
help me out.
There's a guy out of I think it's Houston or Dallas. I can't remember. Maybe Austin, but it's like Necro Blanca Photography. He takes great photos, but he just goes to shows.
Yeah.
You want to go see Abysmal Lord? Like, there's no press pass for that. You just go see him. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. But it's like the first time to me, like a Devin show comes here and it's at a real venue. I'm used to him playing these smaller spots. Like,
he played backstage, right? Or Alamo City Music
Hall. I feel like almost. I know I saw him at White Rabbit many years with Between the Buried and
Cynic.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And Cynic.
Yeah, it was a badass show.
You were at that show
too?
Hell
yeah.
Fuck, man.
Dude, I got to see Paul Masvidal live. Like, I love Cynic,
There's an amazing amount of people who were at that show that I didn't know. But
hey.
My, probably one of the guys who would go on to be, we don't talk too much this year, but he was one of the, big beat people and instrumental. And, when I was starting all this music stuff.
Yeah.
I meet him at that show. I even talked to him, but we didn't become friends or nothing. And then a week later, like he's in the class that I was like kind of, if you want to say like I'm a teacher's assistant, he was in there, and then we just became friends and shit. So I was like, that's fucking crazy. And he was like, you were Between the Buried and me, because I had the fucking long hair back in the day. So he recognized me. I didn't even because it was Saving Private Ryan at that show. So I mean, everybody there was no moshing until Between the Buried.
Oh yeah, no, of course, yeah, man. That because they were still in that they were still playing that super heavy progressive kind of core music. Like they're not nothing like they're doing now.
Because everybody else, everybody's prog, but I guess Between the Buried and me goes harder. But they all got their heavy stuff, but that fan base, the people there, pretty much you can tell most of them. They like the guys that Between the Buried and me that were there Hatebreed. Yeah. Because Devin has his moments. Cynic got heavy shit in there too, but they ain't even trying to think about what's going on in there.
Like Cynic's version of a breakdown is jazz progression, whereas Between the Buried and me is literally writing so it's
I remember that show started and I must have been in the middle, but I ended up on stage in a second. Cause it just the wave just happened. It was just the first note. I was like, whoa.
Hey.
I was okay, so this is gonna be the next hour and a half of my life. Okay. And I just kept moving to places. And I think that's how I met this guy. I moved towards him one time,
No, I was in the back. Yeah. How'd you get here?
But then I remember I'm in the tidal wave, right? We're over here. It's fucking tsunamis are happening. And I'm it's hard. And I turn around to my right and I see two ambulance guys carrying this dude and there's a puddle of blood underneath. Oof. And then I was like, I don't even want to look. And I just kept going because I was I was crazy, man. I was like, damn, someone died for this shit tonight, dude. I was just someone,
he came, he saw, he went. You know, like
yeah, literally. He went. I was like, this guy just lost his life for this shit. Like literally, like it was just two medics just carrying him by like the legs and arms. I was like, what the fuck?
That's terrible. Because I mean, that stuff, you know, like I will like that's another thing too, man. Like in the White Rabbit days,
yeah,
that was way more rampant.
Oh yeah,
Like, the amount of times I would see like guys, girls, just people get their shit knocked in.
yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this is awful. Like nowadays, even at like that obituary show, Power Trip, like
Yeah.
around those kids were getting pretty heavy, but like nobody was whooping each other's asses, you know,
Yeah,
which
man.
good, you know.
I did a
Be respectable when you mosh.
I did a live stream with this girl. I don't know, bro. It was at a party, so I put the camera on her a lot, and a lot of people came in the room. But literally, most of her talking was done on the stream. But she ended up being like, her main music was like metal, and she was talking the same thing.
Yeah,
She was like, "Yeah, dude, I was in the pits too, and everything, yo." And she has like, stuff, and a lot of piercings, and like, she was like, "Yeah, dude, it would just always work out fine." And I'm like, "That's crazy." That's crazy.
I mean, like I saw a buddy of mine get like his eyebrow piercing knocked out, and I was like, we need to take him to the hospital. We need to call his mom. We need to like every precaution, take it now. You know, like it looked so horrible. Like
that was crazy, man.
Like I saw, man. I mean, oh no, I saw Trivium like. And they're like when
I feel like
and they're
I
heavy,
wonder if I've
heavy
seen
days.
them. I definitely didn't see them in those days, but
Like,
I feel like I've probably seen them at some festival
Yeah,
environment somewhere.
I saw them. Jeez, it was
Reuniting the Hurt. I'm sick. I can't sing that shit. I can't.
like I want to say it was at the Rabbit. I can't. I think Gojira maybe. I don't know. Like
I wasn't a big fan of a lot of bands doing that music back then, but I can't front like that album. Like that shit's good. Like what they came up with, man. They got two really strong songs on there, and then just a lot of that album is really good for me. But I never could get into any other Trivium, like the album that made them. You know?
Oh, Ascendancy.
Yeah, but I could never get into any other Trivium.
Like, I mean, dude, like I'm apparently an elitist, but like I mean, I came up with that stuff. You know, like
yeah,
the first heavy band I listened to. Jeez. I mean, aside from like Metallica and Black Sabbath, which is the norms.
Yeah.
Because of radio, like it was like punk rock, like Corrosion of Conformity, like early Corrosion of Conformity before they became a stoner rock and like blues worshipping band, and like Black Flag, which is, I mean, I have both of those artists tattooed on me.
I'm like super fucked up, yo. Like Henry Rollins becomes famous for me as a talker. That's how I get introduced to him, because he's just such a good talker.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's man, he did oh man,
he's done a lot.
I mean, it bums me out because he was at the Aztec earlier this
really?
I think it was earlier this year, like in December.
Damn.
And I really wanted to go, but I found out about it last minute. But
he should totally have of all people, he should have been at a podcast.
He doesn't have one of those now.
Yeah.
Because I mean, but then again, like that guy's like,
he just wants
all that guy does. Yeah, that's all he does. That's all he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember seeing backtrack, and I was at a Trivium show. Saw a guy get those gauges in the ear and all that.
Yeah.
You just saw it like, and I was like, nope.
Damn. That's crazy.
That's why I feel for people that have piercings, just because
that band is mad funny, because like, I mean, we're guilty in that. Damn, you got Contra. That's badass with the figures. And like,
oh no, yeah, I love those.
That's badass. But like,
hate the price.
Oh no, I know. But Trivium, like, or like just all bands, right? They come out and usually it's not always the first album, but it's usually one of the first. But it's, for a lot of people, it's the first album, and that's kind of the identity, and we kind of pin that on them.
Yeah.
So part of it is our fault, but with them, it's weird because they had their identity with that sound, and of course, people are going to grow into something new. But it looks like they just start becoming like their heroes. I feel like around album 3, they put like an instrumental on there and all that. Yo, they're on the same label with Dream Theater at that point.
Yeah, Roadrunner, yeah.
Yeah, and he's doing videos, whatever his name is. Is it Matt, right? The main guy? Or
Matt Heafy?
Yeah.
Heafy?
Yeah. He was doing videos with John Petrucci, where John is teaching him. Like he would ask him a lesson.
Makes sense. That makes.
And
I wouldn't put it past him.
and then this instrumental comes out on the album, and I'm like, all right. So the whole album ain't Dream Theater stuff, but he's like, he's flirting with these journeys now.
Yeah.
Instrumental journeys. And then like, I don't know, it's around that same time where I'm hearing the songs and I'm like, oh shit, he sounds like James Hetfield now. Like, what's going on here? Like,
no,
he's just he's
what
just
was
trying
it?
to sound like all his heroes.
Yeah,
now.
that third album. I just remember reading. I remember like reading like a press release on it in one of the more mild-mannered rock magazines. I think it was like Revolver, or it might have been. I think it was Revolver. Because like that one was at like HEB and Walmart,
Yeah.
So, but that I just remember like reading like a little press release and it was like, oh, like, a band that's always been a fan of Metallica and Megadeth and yada yada yada, and like they're finally embracing their roots. And I was like, I hope that album doesn't sound like Metallica and Megadeth. And then it came out and I was like, oh fuck.
It was just weird because usually that's the reverse path. Usually you start out that way.
Exactly. Yeah, you start out like just mimicking the shit out of it, and then you find your niche.
And I feel like they started out as themselves, and now they just kept sounding like each album was just like is a tribute album. I
just know that when that album came out, something. I don't know if it was just called like The Crusade or if like there was more title to that.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I was like, yeah, okay, that's all Metallica and that like early like pentatonic kind of sounding thrash metal. So I was like, okay, whatever, that's what that is. And then I don't know, like I can't even remember. Like I think the last time I heard Trivium was something about waves, and like.
I think I heard that one. I think I even heard their new one. It had like a white album cover. Like it looks like a snowy album cover.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
I usually hear them once and it just doesn't do it, man. It just doesn't do it for me.
Like I heard the single off of like the Waves album or whatever it was called, and I think
maybe that was it.
I think the single was like the album title.
Yeah.
But like I just like the progression of the song was like 5 minutes, and all it was like do 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 do. That's what it was. And I was like, there's no other riffs. There's no like solos. Like, so I don't know. I hey, if in all reality, because they're doing it and I'm not.
Yeah.
But if that's what's getting you fucking paid and you're selling out big shows.
On the one hand, yeah, they
cool.
figured it out. Yeah,
they figured it out. But like as someone who like knows what the band is capable of, it's like, damn.
I try to be very like I'm trying to with real artists like that. I'm trying to be very like because I'm like I know I get the quote unquote integrity hating that we like to do, but at the same time it's like they figured it out. Like tonight, like I see John Wayne. I saw who was opening for John Wayne, and I was like, look, man, some of those people I don't know how much. Like one of those guys, like look, he's a big time networker in the scene, and he writes the current column,
Yeah.
And I was like the music column. I'm like, that has to be the only reason why he's opening up. Because
I mean,
I was like, because this guy's music, everyone I talk to, like no one likes it, and then it's probably not even like the hip hop that should be around like John Wayne. And I'm like, yeah. I don't want to like big up myself, but I am. But I mean, like, but it's just like, dude,
Breach.
If anyone should be with, I'm like, it should be like my crew, dude. Like, cause
that makes
Tommy
sense.
Wong like would fit perfect with that dude. You know what I mean?
As someone that's seen your act, like, yeah, definitely.
But I also know, like, even though I might have been a good networker for me, when it comes to that like music world, like. I was also like a fighter, so a lot of those people aren't necessarily like my friends when it comes to booking,
Yeah.
Because it's just maybe if I was starting out now, I'd be less angrier because venues have things called PAs now and stuff. But
yes.
I wasn't happy with everybody because back in the day, like, that's why I'm very biased to Limelight because now it's a little bit more common, like a lot of them have subs, but like there was a point where no one had subs on that strip.
Nope.
It's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
There was a point where some of these people who, I consider them they're like my friends, but I'm like, they would ask like, who's whose responsibility is it to have to bring the PA? Is it the artist or the venue? I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like this is a question.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I've never talked to people in Austin about this unless it was a DIY show.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, are these DIY shows? Because please, like, let me know. Let me know.
Hey, well, I mean, up to a certain point, it was forever DIY, obviously.
I know, and it was. That's why I got into the habit of like a lot of these things, like all these cables here, dude. Like, I don't have it for the podcast. I have it because when I played shows in San Antonio, I was prepared for the venue to have shit.
You're prepared for the worst. Yeah.
It's the only reason these two mics. Well, granted, the band grew to 7 people. This is Tommy Wong's mic that I bought, and this is Matt's mic. And I bought them. That's it. And then me, I didn't do any vocals, so I only needed 2 mics. And
yoga.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, I was doing that silently under my breath. But yo, like, because I remember we played some shows, and some places only had 1 mic. Some places didn't have any mics.
2 mics, 1 works.
So I brought cables. I'm like, all this. I'm like, because I know I need to be ready for me, because everybody else is. I don't know what the fuck people are doing.
No, the hell no.
I don't know what the fuck people are doing.
There's also like there are a lot of what the hell is that fucking bar? It's off of San Pedro.
And what? San Pedro.
Like when you go towards 281, when San Pedro turns into 281.
Okay.
God, it's like a rock bar over there. And that place. Don't get me wrong. Like when you walk into that bar, it's like, man, there's some space here. Like it's pretty big.
Yeah.
The stage is in a fucked up place though, because it's like, I don't know, like half of a hexagon is like the way this building is shaped, but so the stage is in kind of a corner.
Yeah.
And it just juts out, and it like just, I don't know, but like those guys, like they like, yeah, we're gonna have rock shows and this and that, and it's like, man, like this is why y'all bring in cover bands. This is why. Well, actually, no, that's a lie. Apparently, Mushroom Head played there like a few months ago, which I was like, wait, what? Like, that sucks because like Mushroom Head was kind of
like, or like, as soon as this year, a lot of the strip has stepped up, but as soon as this year, probably that same guy I was talking about at Limelight who's playing today, like he defriended me and kind of probably blacklisted me.
Oh,
because I had this Ventura post where I was criticizing, if you remember that, where it blew up.
No, I didn't.
It was like 100.
I'm really not good on Facebook, man.
But it was earlier this year around March, and like, people in the music scene who I ain't never even fuck with commented on that shit. Because I tagged the owner of Ventura, and like, because I was just done. Yeah. I was just done. So I was just like, I'm the Wolf Kroner's music shit. I just be calling people. Wait, I forgot what he said to K Brad, but I was like that. I was like, I was like that. I was like, because like, fuck, like, why am I? Because I've been doing this who knows how long here, but I've, you hear the thing about be nice and all that shit in life,
Yeah, kill my kindness.
So I was nice all the time here, or like always trying to do the right thing and just always be networking, always being nice and all this shit, so that supposedly something would happen. And it's like, nothing ever fucking happened. So I was like,
no,
why the fuck am I sucking these people's dick? If they don't even care about their fucking venue. So
yeah.
I listed like a whole bunch of shit, and everybody looked at me like I was the bad guy or whatever. A lot of people did. But I mean, I don't even remember all the stuff that went down that night. But this is 2017. He owns this venue. He was a sound guy himself for a long time. Not that night, but just for a long time. And this fucking real venue, he only had 3 mics, like total, like only 3 mics total. So like we're like 7-member group. The sound guy that night didn't know how to use his own soundboard. I asked him a question. He said, I don't know. It's my first time doing it. I actually Googled it, the manual on my thing, and I told him. He thanked me. And he wait. Like, and then they have like very weird rules. Like most people play 10% of the bar. They have like the old rules from back when they were the old name, 10, 11. So like band doesn't get, I didn't book that night, right? I was just playing, but the guy, San Marcos, it was a group from San Marcos, and he's trying to get his payment, and there's no payment because the way they work is you have to make enough money to cover the people for the door, like whoever's the doorman, and then to cover the sound guy, who again didn't know how to fucking do sound there because I had to teach it to him. And they just always had a shitty PA. they barely had any subs like and shit. But you know what? I went there like a month or two ago because the Austin people that I know were playing there, and I think they still only have 3 mics, but the system did sound better. And like, even though I probably took the L for like my reputation for those people who were not serving me anyway, so it's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
but like a part of me wonders though, like maybe because I lit a public fire under that fool's ass, like he stepped up his fucking game, you know?
Exactly, of course.
Because I'm just calling him out because it's like no one like because all I was saying was the same shit that everybody knows, but I was just not.
You actually said it,
like,
as opposed to being with someone and saying it. Like you let like a mass know it. Like of course. And in reality, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I know
it really isn't.
And I wasn't. And I was like, at that point, that was pretty much the point where like I know I'm doing this, but I also know like I don't even want to be a part of this scene no more on a local level.
Yeah,
because it's not doing nothing for me. You know, I'll just use the internet, and I'm like, so I'm done. So like, because
that's true.
I tried. Look, I tried my time, and motherfuckers don't like me, even when I was nice. So it's like I can be not nice. You know, like
yeah, exactly.
So.
I mean, you know, being nice is.
And it wasn't like, again, like I said, it wasn't like the post is still there. People can find it if they want, but it wasn't malice out of hate. It was just malice out of like, yo, man, like it's fucking real venue, yo. Why your shit staying? Like, why I have look? You know how many mics I got at home? I got 3. Do I look like a fucking venue?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. Like,
and you know what? Like my 3 mics, I guarantee you cost more than his 3 mics because
at that point you're home studio.
No, it's fact. It's a fact because I mean, no, because the mic 3 is a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
like that mic don't come here. Like it don't. Mic 3 don't travel. Like mic 3 is a real mic.
Exclusive.
Yeah. Mic 3 is a very very top tier mic.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, there's no reason on earth I should have more mics than you, yo. I'm like, these mics, dude. Like, dude, brand new as 100, and then like. Those guys, because they're venues, they don't give a fuck, dude. You can get those shits used for $50 or less, dude. Like, come on, that's fucking venue, dude. That's what you're supposed to have. XLRs, dude, you buy them in bulk cheap on Amazon, dude. It's doo-doo.
Yeah.
Like, it's simple shit, dude.
Well, I mean, it's all, a lot of it, man, is like negligence.
No one gives a fuck.
At the like on top of that negligence, there's also like a lot of pipe dreams. Like, there's a lot of people that are like, I'm going to start a bar because I'm fucking awesome and I fucking love rock or whatever their pleasure is, you know, like a lot of it just seems like people here in San Antonio are like, I'm just gonna do it because I can.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that just because you can though doesn't mean you should.
Yeah, dude. A lot of us all wanted our own venues mainly because we had that frustration of shitty people. Yeah. But never. There was a lot of talks, but never really pursued it because, dude, it's hard to get people.
Yeah.
All the successful places are. I mean, like, look, those guys making money, so they figured it out. But all the successful places are usually because they just got good ass locations. So like anybody on the strip is like, all right, well, you're next to everybody else.
Yeah,
you know. And it seems like 2 to 3 people own that whole entire strip. So it turned into fucking like that company that owns Red Lobster, Olive Garden. But
just monopolizing things.
Yeah. Like I feel like the person that. I mean, it could be wrong, but I feel like the person that owns High Tones, they definitely owned Phantom Room, which I guess is about to reopen. I don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, I actually just saw that article. I didn't read it, but I was like, hey, you know, like.
But person that owns that one, and I want to say they own the Squeeze Box too.
Squeeze Box, yeah. I've never been there.
And do they own Faust too, or no? Or am I just confusing owners?
I mean, it wouldn't be too far fetched.
But yeah, it's just like a lot of the people, they all own the same thing. Like when you own the same thing, like a lot of those people too, man, like they just really just want to go somewhere and get drunk. Like the family, like no one really cares. That's how High Tones, I haven't been to High Tones in years, but I heard either this year or last year, they just got a sub. Like fucking 2016, 17.
Yeah, I will admit, because
just got a sub. Like it's fucking retarded. But that place was always packed, right? Because no one gives a fuck. They just want to get fucked up.
Well, it's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, at least in the sense of like the regular crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, metal shows there used to suck. Like just I don't know what's happening. You know, like like I mean, I went to a pretty good show there not too long ago. A couple grindcore bands that should have sounded like shit, sounded awesome. And I was like, hey, all right, like.
So
Like-
slowly stuff is getting better.
Yeah,
But-
I mean, and it's all, like over time, sure. But the thing is, like I said, a lot of it is just like that simple negligence, which is unfortunate. But there's a reason why people go to Austin and they don't come here. Like just being blunt.
like a lot, like now it's 2017, yo. Like if you're a consumer here, because I know I talk to a lot of people and they're always like San Antonio's growing, it's getting better, blah 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 blah. Like the San Antonio faithful, and I think if you're a consumer, like these are all facts. It's like it's getting better. Like though in the last 2 years, the amount of like famous artists here.
Oh yeah,
like,
no,
it's
yeah,
crazy.
It's definitely
versus like 5 years ago.
Oh
like,
no, yeah, like Primus, dude, like Primus just played here like 2 months ago.
yeah.
Like they wouldn't have played here. The only time Primus would have played here is if they were already on a tour, like
Yeah,
say
yeah,
how they
yeah.
did last year with Tool.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Primus was here with Tool last year, but that's because Tool played at AT&T Center. So like, but like now, we're like the only time we would have ever seen Ghostland Observatory here in San Antonio would have been like if they played with another high profile act at a big venue like AT&T Center or I guess Aztec. But now we're getting Ghostland Observatory at Paper Tiger, which is kind of a pretty general venue overall. But that wouldn't have happened 2, 3, 4 years ago. Definitely not.
Yeah, just the amount of like, I can't remember that. I think they're Colombian. There's a Colombian. At this point now they're famous enough you can probably call them pop, but they were kind of like an electronic-y band. And they came, I want to say last year.
Paper Tiger?
Yeah.
Bomba Estéreo?
Yeah.
I was at that show.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah,
I love that
They were
group.
yeah, I was and that blew my mind.
That they were there, right?
Yeah, I was like, what?
what? Yeah, I said the same shit. I was like,
Yeah, it's like what are we like what are we doing booking that here? Like that doesn't belong here.
yeah.
In the sense of like being a person who's lived here for as long as I have and just seen everything.
Yeah, that's not
like,
normal. Yeah.
We would get like the closest thing we get to something like that is a Selena cover.
Oh,
Like not to be. I'm sorry.
that's every weekend.
but
though.
but that's the thing though.
that's
like,
high tones
and
when it's a normal DJ.
and I fucking love Selena. I do.
Yeah, yeah.
I grew up with that shit. But I mean, fuck, man. Like, I never thought in my days that I would see Explosions in the Sky at a venue here.
Yeah.
Like any venue here, aside from like Aztec
yeah,
or AT&T Center, and Explosions in the Sky played at Paper Tiger. Like, I mean. The biggest thing we'd ever get here, man, when I was like a teenager growing up, we'd get like the metal bands like Hatebreed and In Flames, Killswitch Engage. Like we'd get those bands. Like I remember seeing Lamb of God at the White
yeah,
Rabbit.
because this was always a metal city. Yeah,
But it's always been a metal city. But at the same time, even back then, like people care about Lamb of God now. Don't give a shit about Lamb of God in 2003. Like Lamb of God was barely even like scraping by in 2003. And so like for me, as a kid, sure, it's like, oh yeah, it was awesome. But I mean, like, I think about it now, and it's like, yeah, like in that regard, that stuff was always there. But I mean, fucking, we're not gonna get, like Dream Theater played here. I remember you telling me about that
show too.
But that blew my mind because like I don't feel that San Antonio is a Dream Theater city.
That's my first time seeing Dream Theater in San Antonio. I've seen them in Austin. I've seen them in New York. I want to say another Texas city, but I'm not certain. It might have just been Austin, but a different Austin venue. I seen them now in Denver. Yeah, but I never saw them here. Like that was crazy. Or I saw that on the bill.
And like even other things too, like there's a band called The Obsessed, and it's like stoner metal, like kind of like, and they're kind of in like the metal spectrum, they're kind of well revered. I mean, granted, the last thing they did was like 20 years ago. Yeah. But like they were one of those like seminal like stoner metal. Like proto, like
yeah. If you did something 20 years ago, you defined something.
Yeah, like they were like, oh, this is the next Black Sabbath, blah 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 blah. And they're really great. But they put a new album out earlier this year, which is pretty good. Check it out. But man, they toured here, and that fucked me up. I was like, wait, what? Like that doesn't happen. Like that band would have played in Austin. That band would have played in Houston before they even thought about playing San Antonio. And that's cool though, because now I can say like, oh yeah, man, I caught the Obsessed in like my hometown, as opposed to being like I had to drive to fucking Austin.
God damn, I should have put that shit in. Fucking Tekken music, man. Never forget Tekken 2 the best.
Blimey. Fucking, was that Bruce?
Was it?
Bruce, when you hit Bruce, he yelled blimey.
I remember like Bruce was the black skin, right? He was the black like clone character.
No, well I mean,
because I felt like all the extra characters were clone characters.
Yeah, well, like he wasn't, because like he was a kickboxer and there wasn't a kickboxer.
No, but I felt like he had like 2 sets of moves from someone else. At that point,
I mean,
like everybody back then.
I mean, Kunimitsu, Yoshimitsu.
Because I did like some of those extra characters. I felt like everybody back then. Okay, he's just Lee and this guy, but now in one guy. Like,
yeah. No, yeah, Lee and Law.
Yeah.
We're like the same.
Like, yeah. But I felt like, like almost every extra person. Like, yeah, you mentioned Lee. That was like one of their family members, right? Like the gray hair, right?
Yeah, no, well, he was like
some adopted son.
He was Heihachi's adopted son, and
I was like, all right, he has a move from this guy and a move from this. I felt like he just like they were all hybrid characters.
Yeah.
Bruce, I don't think he ended as a hybrid character. No, like by the time we get to the later Tekkens. Yeah, but I want to say in Tekken 2.
I mean, I haven't. I mean, the main things I remember about that game were learning how to do Lei Wulong's like unblockable move. And like the astro jumping. That was the best. Like, who jumps like that? Yeah, that whole cast jumped like that.
That's why I was like black skin, because I'm like, I don't think he was a character yet. He was just a clone.
No, like he was like he was just like a he was like
almost every extra but was a clone back to me. Like, but it was still cool that they had them all.
Oh yeah,
that's when they had in the arcades, they had time release.
Yeah.
Characters, and then they had remember this before DLC, like unlockable characters.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Like back when, oh man, yeah, you beat the game with Jack and you got prototype Jack, and it was just Jack, but like a steel body.
That was like your reward,
like a silver
fucking bootleg Jack.
Yeah, but it's like, all right, cool, I got that, like or whatever, like. No, yeah, because and you know it's funny because I was actually just talking about Tekken 2 the other day with a couple guys outside of Otaku, and man, like, dude, when I was for so long, because like as a kid, you know, I played like fighting games, RPGs, you know, like I used to play that stuff religiously, obviously as a kid, and like I remember, like I was at my cousin's house and he had Tekken 2 as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm jumping genres already, like or like I'm jumping titles, but he had Tekken 2 as well, and I remember at his place, and he goes and picks Kunimitsu, and I was like, what? Because I remember fighting that character, but I always thought like those characters were just like extra bosses.
Yeah.
I didn't know that like once you beat the game with whichever character, you get one.
Right there, yeah.
I never knew that, and when he picked Kunimitsu, I was like, wait, what? That's not what the fuck. You picked a boss, like that's not fair. How do you do that? And he was like, you unlock them, and I was like, oh, I didn't know that like the character select screen scrolled away. I didn't know that.
Is Street Fighter 4 OG Street Fighter 4 vanilla?
Yeah.
Is that the last one? Is that the last unlockable character game?
Was it?
At least for meaningful fighters, for sure. But like, I can't.
Oh, didn't MK9 have a unlockable character?
I'm trying to think. Damn, who's in that game?
Were
they doing DLC during MK9? I can't remember.
Well, they did DLC during MK9, but it was like Freddy Krueger. And like,
is he in MK9? Is it his 9?
Yeah, he was in MK9. Yeah, Freddy Krueger, and I think they did.
Okay. You know what they have? They had story mode like Cyber Sub-Zero. I feel like
you had to beat. Yeah, I remember you had to beat story mode to get Cyber Sub-Zero.
Yeah,
so I guess technically that was the last one, because MKX you had to buy everything.
Yeah, that's the last time RS was like no more free characters. Bitch.
Yeah, right.
Like, like story mode, cap. Fuck you.
You want to play General Zod? Pay up.
Shit, day pre-order DLC.
Oh my god, yeah.
Guilty, or was it? Is it Sammy or Arc Systems? Oh, is it Arc? Is Arc Systems right?
Oh, that was
for Guilty Gear.
Yeah, it's Arc Systems now. It was Sammy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thinking of my Dreamcast disc. That's why.
Yeah.
So your Arc Systems, the kings of they kind of like bait you mentally, because day one, 3 DLCs. I mean, right? Characters, which makes no sense. How is it day one, but this 3 DLC on day one? This character already exists.
Yeah. Like,
but it's free if you buy the game in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, like Tekken 7. Tekken 7 came with that the vampire chick, Eliza.
Oh man, I forgot she exists.
Like she like if you bought the week 1 edition, like you got a DLC code for her.
Is she in this game?
Yeah, she's in it. Yeah,
but I've never seen her play.
But that's the thing though. Like you have to, if you didn't buy the week 1 edition, you had to wait like a month until like her DLC actually came out.
So here's the character that I think I saw her trailer, and she was like, "Yo, this looks like a 2D character."
Yeah,
like it looked like Akuma was the beta test.
Yeah.
And she's just doing all these 2D game moves.
Yeah, because she has like a very general dive kick. She has she has like, I guess, prototypical Shoto inputs and stuff. Yeah, which, cool. I mean,
that sounds like the reaction for most people for Noctis.
I mean, well, I already know what Noctis is. He's the prototype for Soul Calibur 6.
That was like, that was the first thing I thought. Like, well, that's cool, he's there, but like, he should have been in Soul Calibur. like, he has weapons and shit.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure, because apparently Soul Calibur 6 is happening. So
I heard about it. Which that surprises me.
Yeah,
because I feel like we're in this era where like money really matters, like for these companies.
Yeah,
like to make. And I'm like, I haven't really seen a lot of like fandom for that game.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's nowhere near Tekken if we keep it in that 3D fighter world.
Yeah, no.
Like it gets unless they attach a tour to it, like which they might.
Yeah, it seems to be the route.
To die real quick. Like it comes around, Evo happens, and then it always flops.
Yeah, because I remember like Soul Calibur 5 came out, and like some of the guys
that
like
shit didn't last, dude.
Well, yeah, because I remember some of the guys were like, "This game's great," and it's like, "Hey, awesome," and then that was it. Like next week or 2 weeks later, it's like,
yeah, that shit did not last, man.
No.
And then like. Yeah, like I mean, by the time the game comes out, we're already in this money world where like no one on the major level, no one really wants to play things if they ain't money anymore. Yeah, so like no one's really trying that shit out. It's just tagging people playing their not Tekken game, just the same way like Mortal Kombat people play their not Mortal Kombat game.
Yeah. Like I'm playing Injustice because I'm waiting for Mortal Kombat 11. Yeah.
So.
Because what's NRS? It's every 2 years, right? It's like a 2 year time frame, or is like every year?
It seems to be, yeah.
Because it was like MK9 and then Injustice, then MKX, and then Injustice 2.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure we're getting MK11.
Did Marvel make Sonic Fox suck? Is that why he doesn't win Injustice no more?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to him.
I don't follow Injustice. I know he lost. They had their E-League.
Yeah.
I know he lost that. But I know he was taking like Marvel a bit serious.
Yeah, he picked up the reins for that game pretty quickly. I mean, the game's easy.
Raccoon
Jeddah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Raccoon Jeddah. He's the last famous multiplayer gamer, dude.
Yeah.
He's the last famous one, dude.
Yeah,
new generation's only gonna think Takedo only knows Akuma, and that's it. That's it.
No, yeah, well, that's true. Yeah,
doesn't even play other people. He's just really like.
It's like, yeah, Tokido never played Ryu. What are you talking about? Like, yeah, no one. I'm pretty sure people are like people getting into it now. I'm pretty sure didn't even know Daigo played Guilty Gear.
I know.
Like,
and Darkstalkers and all that shit.
Like I'm pretty, like,
you know who's also famous? It entered my mind, but he's always trapped in China. I guess Zhao. Like those guys. People in countries that are loyal to KOF will never give up KOF.
No,
so,
never.
Yeah, even though no one's playing that, like they're all about.
They're still playing it. Like they're still
doing it. Yeah. So I'll see Zhao like at these tournaments, and sometimes he do good at Street Fighter, sometimes not, but he's over there.
He's always killing it. In KOF. Yeah. Well, yeah, because shit, didn't he have like? I want to say it was Zhao. He like won. He won Street Fighter, KOF, and Guilty Gear like at a tournament. Wasn't that him?
Maybe.
Like it was like a couple months ago it happened, and it was like,
Maybe.
what? Like, yeah.
I saw his. I think did he win or lose the Euro? I can't remember for KOF. I feel like he was there though for finals.
Probably. I mean, he probably was. I
feel like he might have lost because I felt like it was one of those epic things. But I feel like he was definitely there though on that stage. That was like a Friday night or something. Or was KOF even in Evo this thing?
KOF was, but yeah, it was like a day one thing.
Yeah.
Like they got it over with that day.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah.
I feel like it I understand some of that stuff, but man, I feel like a lot of the hype for a lot of people is not there. Like, it's been one of the things with esports and fighting games, like because now we have tours and shit. Now people always really follow their game, but Sunday was the day that we paid homage to all games.
Well, yeah, of course,
because you had to wait for your game.
Yeah.
It's not really like that no more. Now people just follow their game, and we just all happen to be in the same building.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's weird, man. Like, I don't know. Like, there are people that just exclusively like I watch everything. Like if I have the time to, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, if I can take a Sunday, if there is a Sunday during a tournament, and I'm like, you know what, I don't have anything going on. You know, check this out.
Yeah.
I'll watch fucking stream starts at 2, ends at 10. I'm watching all 8 hours.
And
I
used to do that so much.
And I don't even fucking. I'm not a fan of Smash. Like, I play that game. That game to me is like, we're having a good time.
Yeah.
I don't. But when I see it play at that level, I'm like, that's cool. Like, that's really cool. But I'm not gonna sit there and like, nah, fuck this game. I'll just wait till later until whatever else comes on next. Like, I like watching everything because it's like, I feel that like the more you take in, the more you understand.
Yeah.
In all aspects. Like, I don't know.
That see, I believe in that too. And a part of me wonders, like, because now, like, yeah, I thought I was ever that great in fighting games, but I don't even play too much. And I feel like once I stop playing, now it's a bit harder for me to watch some of these things because now that I'm not using anything I take in, it doesn't make as much sense to me. Like, basketball is the same way. I was a big basketball player when I was younger. The minute I stopped playing, like once it was done, my knees suck and everything, I just lost more and more interest because I'm like, now I can't do nothing with this data I'm taking in, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. No, yeah, that's true. That like, you know, you can't. Why watch cooking shows if you can't cook?
Yeah,
you know?
like, or if you're just not cooking, you know, like,
yeah.
So it's harder. Like, I gotta pick and choose my events. I can't watch them all like I used to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
one, there's too many, but then
there's too many to begin with. Second off, it's like like in my case, it's like, well, I got a house, so like,
yeah.
I mean, shit, the sink just fell off the wall.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. The sink just fell off the wall. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, like, then again, you know, shit, that was, you know, this house is well over 60, 70 years old. It's an old ass house, man. Like, so, but yeah, man, like like Marvel Infinite, prime example. Like, I like that game for what it is.
Yeah.
And I can watch it and I'll play it, but I can't take that game to the nines.
Yeah.
Like I am with Street Fighter 5.
So 5's still your favorite?
Yeah. I mean, I still have fun playing that game. Like, there's a lot, like, there are flaws in the game, sure, but there are way more flaws in Marvel. Like,
gameplay wise or just everything?
Overall,
okay.
Like, certain things are just, and I mean, yes, it's Marvel, so it's like, oh, certain things have to be overpowered. This is how it works. Some characters are better than others. It's like, it's not even that. It's like, they're just little intricacies in the game that were just completely failed.
Yeah. Like that was one of the weirdest releases Marvel, because it looked like they were trying to adapt to not make some of the Street Fighter release mistakes, and I guess they adapted for a lot of those.
Yeah,
but maybe it was a rush schedule or something. And you know what? I'm kind of glad they didn't put 4 now. Now that the game's out, I'm kind of glad they didn't put 4, because maybe one day there'll be a real 4.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, like, some of the guys have been saying that.
No, because because I remember watching the trailer, the first announcement. I thought that game, what the fuck is this? This looks like doo-doo. Like, it was a very bad trailer.
Pretty bad.
It's a very bad trailer. And then there's a lot of things wrong that I'm going to list in a little bit. But it wasn't until the whole, like, I think it was a Combo Fiend Yipes thing where, like, people started finally showing actual gameplay.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, yo, there's like real potential here. And then once I saw some real matches, I was like, okay, this is a weird game because everything surrounding it is really bad, but the gameplay is good. And I know that's important. And it is important to the FGC, but again, like that's always the audience they're never targeting, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly.
So like you're gonna win the people who are gonna be with you no matter how much they hate your game. But yeah, you're not gonna win no one else. Cause yo, I saw that thing and that seemed like the weirdest 0.5 update because anybody who was in the old game, it was just like the old days. It was a CVS transfer, you know? Take a sprite from your game, take a sprite. So it's like if you were in Marvel 3, it was like a parallel copy, and then they gave you 1 or 2 moves, maybe. Yeah. You know, like your boy got the bombs.
He got the grenade,
yeah. Yeah, like everybody got a little one more. What did Chris get? Another gun, I guess. like
I have no idea.
There's not too many Chris players. So
well, because I mean, I heard that he's just like complete shit.
His ass.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. I mean, which sucks obviously because Chris was never really good in 3. But I mean,
things. Yeah.
if there was someone that could make it work, it sucked.
Yeah.
That's like, but yeah, like I don't know, like apparently they used the same sprites for Marvel 3 into this game.
You see? Yeah, like that's why everybody looks the fucking same. That
which
shit
is
makes
like
no sense, dude.
Well, but at the same time, it's like even though like some of the characters Spencer looks like dog shit in Infinite.
I remember Chun-Li before.
Oh, dude, yeah. But and that's the thing that trips me out because it's like, wait a second, like Marvel 3. If you put Marvel 3 next to Marvel Infinite, like the game that 2012 looks way better than 2017, and it's like, that's crazy.
Some of us complaining about Marvel 3's look, and I get it, but you know what that game had? It was a new thing. Whether it's better or not as subjective than Marvel 2, but I mean, it ain't Marvel 2.
No.
Versus this game. Yeah. It looked like, oh my gosh.
And it's the same thing. Like, it's not Marvel 3.
Yeah, it was like, you know what game is forgotten about? You know what this game could have just been? I remember looking at my Dreamcast collection. I forgot that this game even came out. There's CVS 1, there's CVS 2, there's a CVS Pro.
Oh yeah. For like PlayStation. Right?
No, or was it for Dreamcast? I have them on Dreamcast. Okay. Yeah. I don't even know if that game came out in America. CVS Pro.
I want to say that was like the one that because they didn't put CVS 1 on the PlayStation. Okay. They put CVS Pro on the PlayStation.
Okay. But yeah, I think it just had like a few more characters or some shit.
Yeah.
And then probably like what we call updates. No,
yeah.
But yeah, like it just felt like that. And to be fair, that one gameplay tweak is a major update. But like everything else was just kind of like, all right, just roll keep on, like, just do it.
We updated the menu, guys.
Yeah, because I do believe like that little like it's beyond Tekken Tag because you can do a lot more. Yeah. But yeah, that little does it have a real name? I don't know the real name. Their tag system, their combo tag, does it have a proper name?
In what?
In Infinite, whatever that is.
Oh, there is.
I mean, pretty much.
There is a name for it, yeah.
But anyway, that core gameplay mechanic, I think, none of the. Now that all the fighters or some of the fighters are starting to get into this little tag format, there is no other game doing that like they did that. So I was like, okay, this is real good, but everything else around it, like it was just like bringing back Firebrand, bringing back Spencer, bringing back like no one changed, like different version of Chris could have like nothing changed, like,
exactly. We got they kept Resident Evil 5 Chris.
Because like stuff like that makes like you can tell right there it's just lazy. Like
and I mean, granted, I'll admit, like even though like the Bionic Commando game that version of Spencer's from sucked. Yeah. Like that's like I still like the way that Spencer looks. Yeah. But at the same time, like they could have given us like I guess
you could update that shit. Because look at Jill in 2 and look at Jill in 3. Yeah. Update her. Is she better? Maybe not, but she's different.
No, I mean, I wish we got MVC2 style Jill, but no, we got this other one.
You know what I forgot that game? Like Frank West, like all this shit just seemed like mad lazy, yo.
It is. It very much so.
Lazy, man.
Like it.
Oh my gosh! And then this is every game. This is not even Marvel. This is every game. Yo, blank fighting game stages, yo.
Blank, like
unless you count MODOK, like they're empty. All these stages are empty. We might as well just make training modes in different colors.
Yeah.
This is whack ass colorful background. Oh yeah, this is Asgard. Like what? Why? Because the fucking tower is peach. I don't see Odin. I don't see Valkyrie. I don't see
like
nobody.
the character. Yeah, the lacking of characters.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's no
such dog shit.
There's no fan service.
That's
in that regard.
Every game now.
Yeah. Like the only fan service I've seen in Infinite is one of the New York stages. This is like 2 or 3 of them, but one of them has like a statue of like Mike Hagger like fallen over. And like you have members of like the Mad Gear gang like spray painting it.
That's funny.
So it's like that's cool, and like they're actual like it's actually like 2P and J.
Yeah.
From like Final Fight 1. So I was like, hey, look at that. And then you have like on this other side of the street, you have like a shield team like yelling at them.
Yeah.
So it's like that's cool. I was like, that's cool. Like that's there. And then there's a little like thing with like Ken and Iron Fist, but like that's it. Everywhere else, yeah, it's like Jeddah stage. It's like it's just like a purple green. Fluorescent looking stage, and it's like
it's not even like cool like the building in Darkstalkers.
Yeah,
that's just fucked up. That building, yo.
The fucking side of the building.
Yeah,
that's a great stage. I love that.
Or like so the same thing. Like they had 202 Furious, but like 2 or 3 days ago there was a fucking King of Fighters like day or something going on at the next level. They were playing like 2002 and 3 tournaments.
Word.
And just watching those stages, I was like. First off, I don't even know how King of Fighters themselves, how they just stopped putting the teammates there. Like, that is just fucking lazy, dude. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I always like that.
When, that was great. They were cheering for you.
The team would be on this side. Yeah, I always like that.
Iori doesn't care no matter what.
Yeah,
you know?
I always thought that was a cool, like, aesthetic. Like, that always looked cool. Because they stopped that, like, in 2000?
With all these new games, I feel like I want to say 11.
2000?
They probably had to stop it with 11, I would say, just because 11, if I recall, is the tag game, right? 11 is the game where you can tag, kind of like Marvel.
Yeah, 2000. 2003 was the first one that had tags.
Wait, 2003 didn't have tags?
I believe it did.
I want to say it's 11. I want to.
Oh, no, yeah, 11 had the tags. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
But yeah, 11.
But I swear they stopped doing like the teammates. I thought that was like 99 is when they stopped.
I want to say I don't remember if 11 was made on Neo Geo ones, but Neo Geo hardware, whatever you want to call it.
It was made in the same board, but it was made for
just 11 wouldn't make sense because they're tagging in and out, so I get it.
Yeah.
So that's why I want to say 11 starts. But I want to say in all the ones before that, they're probably there because all it is just round changing.
Yeah.
But for them to not bring that back, like, and then classic. Their stages are naked as fuck too. Oh my god, KOF even though KOF was alright, it had all these naked stages, yo.
Like in 14?
Yeah, it's just fucking bland as fuck.
Yeah, I remember
this world tournament story where no one's watching. Like, okay, fucking tournament sucks.
They brought back the Fatal Fury 2 like nostalgia stage.
Yeah,
on the train, and like it's funny because I remember when like I saw that. Like that announcement, I was like, "That's awesome!" Because like that stage is a classic.
Yeah.
But then seeing that stage in motion, I was like, "Oh wow, that stage is really fucking boring." Because like, nothing happens. Like, there's nothing going on in that stage. It's just a train, you know, and you see a mountain back over.
But
there.
Was there stuff happening in the real one, the original one?
I mean, no.
Okay.
The original one was like the same. I mean, it was the same thing. It goes for a time, and then you see like a mountain in the back, and it's shit, look at the mountain. Then there's an eagle.
But man, I don't know why. And you know, like,
but that stage looked beautiful.
Yeah.
In 2D
back in the day. Yeah.
So like, I don't know. It's just that nostalgia factor kicked in, and then I saw it in 14, and I was like, that sucks.
But I don't know, man. Everything. I don't know if I'm just like a horrible person. I just view everything negatively first instead of positive.
Nah.
Or I mean, like these things just really suck.
It's a
man.
I don't know. I feel it's a.
Bro, where are my character intros? Why even have story mode if they don't acknowledge themselves in the game?
Man, that really bums me out that like there's none of that. Like
Ryu bumping Ken.
Yeah, like the fist bump is gone.
Yeah.
And, you know, even though, like Urian, prime example, because like being a Urian player, like he says some stuff to Bison, you know, like, but when he wins, he's like, like whatever he says in the quote is like, like you know, you dictator, like you're nothing compared to like my power, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's cool. Like there's obviously acknowledgement there.
You gotta get on his diaper life, yo.
But like, yeah. But it just, to me, I think it would be much cooler if like Bison versus Urian, you know, before round one fight, you know, when they're doing the little intro thing, if like they actually said something to each other.
Yeah.
They don't even have to interact with each other, like in the sense of like some kind of movement or action, like just like Urian saying,
"No baby can defeat me."
Like
baby, what?
yeah, like some kind of banter.
I wish they said that. I wish.
Yeah, like because that would. I mean, even if it was fucking shoddy banter like that, it would still be better than like, cause like fucking Urian, like.
Dude, little things like that are great, man.
What does he say? He's like, "Oh, you pathetic worm."
Yeah,
and it's like, but he says it to everybody, and it's like,
yeah. It was just great. It was those little things that made like those things more epic, and all those little things are gone.
Yeah, like even, I mean, shit. To me, the last great one was CVS 2. All those
that was it.
Those character specific things were insane. Like
not even in the same family, and fucking like. Geese pissing off like half the Capcom roster.
Yeah,
and he didn't even throw none of those motherfuckers off rooftops.
No, like, and I thought that was like great, or like Kyo and Ryu.
Yeah.
Like Kyo like throws fire at him, and Ryu's like, what the fuck? Like he's like, who are you?
Why
like,
are you like me?
Yeah, Like I thought that was just those little things, and they're gone. Like. Cause that to me was
Dan
also
Rio,
something,
right? They had something. They had to have
something.
Yeah.
They did like the roll thing together. Yeah, but like it's just, you know,
those little things. I had something, man.
Those little things were like one of the, aside from the game. Cause let's be fair, fighting games back then were good on accident. Like the company, like Capcom wasn't thinking in their mind like
we the best. Like
Capcom, I guaranteed like Bison paint the fence. I guarantee you they weren't like that's purposefully in the game. I'm pretty sure. But everything else though, like the hidden characters, the specific intros, the little like Dan in CVS 2 has like a color palette that like looks like Robert's from King of Fighters or I guess Art of Fighting.
Yeah.
Like he has a color palette that's slightly resembling it. And it's like, I know that's Capcom being like, hey, like, by the way, we're acknowledging the fact that Robert exists. Cause that's why Dan exists. Dan exists because he was a mix of Robert and Ryo. So like, I don't know. It's just, once that stuff went away, you know, there wasn't really much life.
I'm sure.
And that happened in 4, you know, like there wasn't any of that shit in 4 either.
Yeah, like I mean, that unfortunately ended it. You could kind of pretend with the talking, you know, like that some of them, but again, they're saying the same stuff to everybody.
Yep. That and you can pick win quotes. What the fuck is that? Like,
yeah, I don't know, man.
So I can. So with Urian, I can win against Ibuki and say
it's weird. Like, I would hate to call myself like casual player, but at the same time, I was probably like a hardcore casual player because I'm not. Probably played the game just as much as you back then, but I just didn't get better.
Yeah.
So like, but I think little things like that for the people like me maybe who aren't getting better, all those little things probably help a lot.
Exactly. Yeah. They still keep you like enamored in the game.
I'm lost in the lore of like, man, look at this badass geese, yo.
Yeah. or Haomaru. Like, there's a samurai.
Yeah.
Like, what's he got going on? You know, like.
Those are the weirdos, and those are the Noctises of CV.
Yeah, right.
Her and the fucking hawk lady,
Nakaruru.
Yeah. They were like just the weird people, like bringing knives to fist fights.
Yeah,
animals to
fist
fights, and like what is going on here?
Yeah,
but now they got that shit in Tekken too. They got Tiger Lady, which is even fucking weirder because at least.
Oh yeah, because
where the fuck did Tiger come from?
Just damn man.
It's in my dress, my kimono, kimono tiger.
She has a legit tiger replica, like
literally. Yeah, at least the hawk is there, makes sense.
Yeah.
This tiger just came from your crotch. Like, what is going on right now?
Yeah, like there's I don't know, and that's weird because like that it like lunges at you or like it rolls. I don't think tigers do that. Like, I don't know. Yeah, that was an interesting
choice.
like yeah, for sure.
But what the fuck we talking about? When does Kuma start? Like just Kuma existing is like an interesting choice. I feel like he's definitely in 2. I don't know if he's in 1.
Yeah, I think it was 2 is where he started. He was just a big brown bear.
Yeah.
Or you pick the white one.
And then if you make the mistake of reading the lore and like anytime Kuma wins, he becomes. I feel like around Tekken 4 or 5, if he wins, he becomes the CEO of like Mishima.
Yeah, he takes over the company.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's like
that and like even the panda has its own story. Like,
fuck's writing this shit.
I mean, dude, like like at least it's entertaining. Like it's entertaining as hell.
Like Heihachi, like in fact, you even train this bear like in anything, let alone like he's expert martial artist and he's real good at business too.
Yeah. You know, he's running a Fortune 500 company. Like, wait a second, like something's off. Like, no, I mean, but it's that stuff that like Paul fights aliens in Tekken 5.
Oh man,
like come on, like no, yeah, this is nonsense sometimes. But you know, at the same time, that game has enough substance. So,
yeah,
like, you can
all fighting games like endings and stories were ridiculous, but it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, like I mean, Street Fighters. Yeah, I mean, there's not really a lot to say, you know, like.
Yeah. And they really need to stop jumping time though. It's like every game's, you know, like, they don't know sequence.
No.
Street Fighter 1, 2, 3. Right, 3 is right this way, right? It's backwards.
Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter Alpha, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 4,
No, but
Street Fighter 5.
Oh,
and then Third
the
Strike.
future, right? Because no one's in it.
Yeah, Third Strike is the last.
That's so fucked
like,
up.
Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah,
it's so like fucked up.
Because like 5,
and they both come out at the same time. 3 and Alpha.
yeah, they did. Oh, yeah.
For you nostalgic motherfuckers, here's Alpha.
Yeah,
we're moving forward over here. You know?
Yeah, because like Alpha. I mean, well, like 5 takes place before Third Strike, so that's why like
that can never happen again. The fact that 3 and Alpha existed at the same time with sequels.
Oh yeah, no,
that will never happen again. Like, damn, that's insane. What a time! What a time that was.
Yeah, because it was like Alpha and then Alpha 2 and then Third Strike, or not Third Strike, but like Street Fighter 3 and then Alpha 3.
They were still out. Yeah, they were like active around the same time. Yeah, that's insane.
And then you had, Second Impact, and then you had Third Strike, and then CVS 2. Yeah. And of course Marvel 2. Yay.
No, and we didn't even name any of the versus games. They were all going on the same. It's crazy.
Oh, those games got looking back at that timeline, like those things were pumped out, like because it was what was it? It started with Children of the Atom, which was just the X-Men game. Yeah, which was a fun game, and then they did Marvel superheroes.
Yeah,
and it was like, okay, cool, and then it was like,
and it was X-Men Street Fighter, right?
I think it was either X-Men versus Street Fighter or Marvel versus Street Fighter. No,
Marvel's 2. X-Men versus Street Fighter.
That was the first one. Okay, yeah, because it was like X-Men, and then it was Marvel.
Sega Saturn, like 4 or 8 megabit cartridge.
Yeah, yeah, because like I remember that, and then all of a sudden, then it was Marvel vs. Capcom, and then Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Yeah, right. That was it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. Man, ridiculous.
Yeah, that was a lot. Damn.
Back when Ryu became, he was, you know.
He was all 3.
You could be Ryu, you could be Ken or Kuma.
That's very nice. That way we don't have 500 Shotos. That's what, that would probably be the only way to get what's his name, Zien, to play Ryu.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, what? I can change my style.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Like what was it? Shoto Fighter 4.
There you go.
Terrible. Like
Shoto Fighter. Who else? There was you want a dolls? I guess you want to call.
Oh my god, yeah.
My goodness, I heard one of the bonus characters, or not bonus, but extra people for 5 is gonna be another doll. I'm like, god damn it.
That's what they're saying. Yeah, I mean, and I'm okay with it just as long as like there's actual variety.
Yeah.
Like, cause DiCaprio, I mean, she was different, but not different enough.
Yeah.
Just to be fair, and even her design, like just.
Did you ever play story mode in 5?
No, I still haven't done that.
Almost all of them are in there. Like a lot of them.
Yeah, I know that. So yeah.
You can kind of get a vibe. Like I wouldn't be surprised they just pick one from there and like make them,
actually flesh them out.
Yeah. So that'll probably be what happens.
Which, like, yeah, like I said, I'm down with it because like most of the, like all the dolls that were introduced in this game, like and like the lore leading up to this game, like they're all different enough to be like, oh, okay, like that's obviously not Cammy.
Yeah.
You know, like whereas Cammy and DiCaprio, it's like it's like okay,
same body and everything.
And just put a mask on her.
Yeah, Capcom 101, yo, like using same bodies.
Yeah.
Hey, stop that shit, man.
Like Bison, you know, he's dead, but he's not dead.
Bison never die.
Yeah, he's got clones on clones on clones.
I think right now that we're in a nostalgia era. It's very important to sell nostalgia. We cannot we'll never let go.
No,
we'll never let go.
Which, you know, like in the sense of, I mean, because like the story of Street Fighter is ludicrous as it is. So like, if Bison lives forever in that storyline, cool. That means that Ryu eventually is going to be like 100. Like, there's going to be a point where Ryu's just going to be like a frail old man still doing those things. With
the internet though, like, man, like with every fighting game right now that has like a little legacy, like, yo, man, like there's always someone complaining like that no one wants to be left behind. They would rather have all these same characters again instead of something new. So like I understand a lot of these DLCs maybe weren't the greatest.
Yeah.
But before they announced anybody, I was at least excited that it was gonna be all new people.
Yeah, like
after they announced people, I maybe wasn't always as excited.
You know, and I understand, you know, like season 1 was all returning characters. Totally understand.
Yeah.
Obviously. But yeah, in season 2, it's like, oh yeah, it's all new characters. Akuma excluded, obviously.
Yeah.
But I was totally down with that.
Mufasa Akuma, that's never happened before.
Yeah,
that's never.
Definitely that's definitely a.
Some of these choices, man. My man was in X-Men: Children of the Atom. He had no beard. He was fine.
Yeah, he's totally fine.
Yeah,
like even when he was a robot, he was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, shit, damn. That should be another theme. He should just be in every game. Like he should start doing that again.
Yo, Akuma?
Games he doesn't belong in. Starts invading those games.
Because he did that in what? The last time they did that was Azra's Wrath. Was that the name of that game?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like a boss fight in that.
Yeah.
Cool. Totally cool. I mean, I never played that game.
Well,
that's another character.
Yeah.
That's another character. Like that character.
Why he totally was gonna make it?
Why isn't he an Infinite?
I thought he was gonna make it.
Like,
you know why? Because that shit costs money making people.
Right.
And because we ain't putting these X-Men in it, we have to like, make some new shit.
Oh yeah, so. And there was that article. Apparently, there's gonna be X-Men in the game eventually.
I mean, even before the game came out, people were saying it's gonna be DLC.
Yeah. But I mean, now because like, isn't Disney buying? Like, actually gonna buy out fucking Fox?
People like to say that, and it still might happen. To be fair, but the article was Disney failed to buy Fox.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but no one ever reads that part. They really wanted to, but it didn't work out.
Because I remember like was it last? It was either last year or the year before when they were like, yeah, like that's gonna happen, and it didn't, obviously.
Yeah,
but I swear I saw an article like a week or two ago. They were like gonna buy out Fox, or like they're in talks.
No. That's what the article says a week ago.
Oh, is that what it was?
Like
okay,
it didn't work. It was real good, but it didn't work out. But a lot of people believe that just because it didn't work out, then that it will work out at some point.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that and like, you know, let's be fair. Like, we're in a society that doesn't exactly read.
Yeah.
It's like they just see like a quick headline.
Yeah,
they see a quick headline and they're like, "Oh, this is happening." Yeah. And it's like, no, you open the click the link.
Yeah.
Read it. You know, it'll take you 3 minutes. Maybe not even that.
I mean, that'll be interesting. Like, I was just starting to like. I don't know if but I respect, I guess, maybe the better word. I love the comic book stuff, so I've been shitting on Fox for a long time. A lot of those X-Men movies, I think they all suck. They finally made one good one. It's called bad. Logan.
That movie's amazing. No, yeah, that movie's hell yeah, that movie's amazing.
And you know, like I view a lot of things I think negative first and foremost. So I got a list of what's wrong with Logan, but overall, good movie. You know, like
shit made me cry.
The movie, oh wow. Like, did I cry for that one? Because I do cry for some of these. It might have some sentimental moments.
Not when he died.
Yeah.
Not when he died, but when. Spoiler alert. But when Xavier died.
I cried Rogue One. That shit made me cry.
You cried?
Rogue One, that shit. I know it's gonna happen. It's just, I see Ip Man dying, and I see like The robot died.
The robot did die.
Yeah, the robot. Like, everybody died. To be fair, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I shit was touching my. I was like, fuck, man.
Yeah, that's one of those.
I saw Darth Vader do stuff, and I was like, oh my god. Oh
yeah, that's right. Yeah, Darth Vader actually like kicks some ass.
Hallway scene, son.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
And for Disney, it was pretty hardcore, that scene, dude.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
my man did like 2-hit combos to the ceiling, and then the no look slash.
Yeah,
that's some styling shit. That could be in a fighting game too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, look at Punisher, man. Like, yes, it's Netflix, but that's Marvel.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, that's Marvel. That's still
I
Marvel.
saw that show. I was like, because I mean, I hear 2 stories, so I don't know what's gonna happen. You hear they're gonna pull everything from Netflix, and it's gonna go to the new Disney.
Yeah,
Netflix.
they're making a Disney, but like network.
I hear conflicting stories about the actual Netflix Marvel shows.
Yeah,
whether they're gonna go or not. But I'm like, man, if this show is on Disney, like,
can it
be a thing? Like, can this show exist?
Yeah, I mean, that'd be very interesting. Right, like Lilo and Stitch.
Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, like Lilo and Stitch, Hunchback,
Manoa.
Yeah, like, and then Punisher. Yeah, like I mean, I don't know, like that, because Punisher was pretty. I mean, I haven't finished it yet, but like,
no, you don't even know.
From
man.
what
I've
seen, what I've seen, it's just like, holy shit! Like,
yeah.
Even the scene with what was it? When he's at the construction site. When he finally like he fucks those dudes up.
Oh, you talking about? Yeah, all right. End of episode 1.
I mean, was that the end of episode 1? I thought that was episode 2.
End of episode 1, yeah.
But even that was just like, wow, like that's pretty, that's very much. But I mean, yeah, like all the torture scenes and yeah, it's like, fuck, like, all right, like they're going in, like they're going in pretty hard.
Nah. It's clear it's the most violent show of all those shows.
Yeah, for sure.
Like free.
I mean, I will admit though, in season 2 of Daredevil,
it's still beyond
that prison hallway.
Yeah, but who did that shit? It was the same.
Exactly. Same, but like, watching that scene, I was like, like, holy shit, like.
Yeah, guy's not playing. Yo, at the end of episode 1 in Daredevil, he shot Daredevil in the head.
He did.
Like, of all the things, obviously, Daredevil's not gonna die. Yeah. But I think of all the moments that your hero can't die, that has to be one of the best ones, because your hero is normally not shot in the head. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's normally not a thing. He's like, I ain't playing games. I ain't trying to make this a fucking rivalry. He's
nah.
He's like, I ain't about this life.
Yeah, and I like that was my favorite thing about Daredevil season 2 is like every interaction with him and Punisher, was just like, you don't know what you're doing.
Episodes were amazing.
Yeah.
My favorite 2 scenes in that show are all Punisher scenes.
Yeah.
Episode 4, the monologue at the end, I'm done, Red.
When he's in front of the grave.
Yeah.
When he's sitting in the
I call I'm done, Red, because that's what he says. He's like, I'm done. I ain't got no more.
Yeah.
He's like, and then he tells that this is what I'm saying. Like, that's where, because a lot of origin stories suck because it's not what you wanted. You want the thing instead of how to get the thing.
Yeah.
And he gives you the quote unquote origin story, but in monologue. And that was a much more interesting way because your imagination takes over.
Yes.
But he tells that, he's just like, he tells like, yeah, we do all these horrible things in Afghanistan and we come back. And he's like, she just wants me to read to her or whatever at night or whatever he's saying.
Yep.
But I'm tired, man. I got no energy. I'm just like, tomorrow. And then like every Punisher story in that show, in that season, is just like, all right, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And then what happened tomorrow? Like, I'm just holding my daughter.
Yeah, I hold my daughter with her guts hanging out, and it's like, fuck.
But it's just, the only reason I laugh is because I think people would complain to him. And then he's like, why are you complaining? You want to hear about real complaining?
Yeah,
like, I ain't got no family, bitch.
Like, you know what happened to me?
Yeah. My second favorite scene is that scene. Is episode 11. Him and Karen are in the diner, and he's like, so you got a thing for Matt? He's like, you got no thing for Matt. He's like, you got a thing for Matt. She's like, fine, whatever. And he's like, yeah, but he hurts me. And he's like, he hurts you? Let me tell you about my wife, I'm like, and he says this story, and it's like, man, she used to make me feel this pain. He's like, but you know what? I can't feel this pain no more. She's dead. So shut the fuck up. That being said, go hide behind the kitchen counter because it's about to be some real shit. But I mean, like, those are my two favorite scenes. Like, and then I feel like there's a lot of that vibe. He's like, oh, what? Life sucks? Yeah. You know what life really sucks? Because my family's dead, bitch.
I watched them die. In front of my face, my family died. So, like, I don't know exactly what you're going through. Yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
And he does it, like, that actor does it so well, John Bernthal.
I know, he's just so good. He's just so good. Like, I love Punisher. I feel like everything's good about it. Like, but, like, yeah, again, I don't know if I just see everything negatively, but, like, if I had to say, like, one thing, it's like, you know, telling stories through flashbacks. Like, instead of, like, it goes back to, like, my thing of the Netflix shows wanting to be, like, Nolan-esque and be more real. So, like, instead of going forward and embracing the idea of the Punisher, the fact that he burns the damn symbol in a minute. So they focus back on the origin. And I'm like, why are we doing this? Why are we going backwards? But they, fuck, Mom, I'm having a brain fart. I was going to say some bullshit that may or may not have made sense. Hold up. The fuck is the camera telling me? That's not good. But it's probably still recording. It is. I don't know why it told me it didn't work. But anyway, yeah, like so like this is still a real great show. It's amazing. But the Punisher, I just told you my favorite scene is episode 4. He just told his origin story and your mind can run free with it.
Yeah.
But now they take that away because now they put their own paint into
now
you
see, like,
you actually see it.
Yeah, you see, like, his wife gets shot or, like, how his wife died and then everything with the
or
kids.
less that and more that they just show all the military stuff.
Yeah. Which, like, in one hand, it's, like, cool, but at the same time, like, it's kind of unnecessary because we already, I mean, even...
Yeah, because we already did it, but now it's, like, just expanding on it.
Yeah, because not even in the sense of, like, episode 4, because, like, episode 4 was, like, him telling, like, that's when you get, like, the initial monologue of the origin story.
Yeah.
Which I loved. But, like, even in season 2, when, like, the trial of Frank Castle, when, like, his commanding officer is, like, explaining why Frank cannot be a threat. The
opposing thing, like, they tried to play him. They tried to get him in a way to make Frank look bad, and he's like, nah, he saved me.
Yeah, he saved my life.
Yeah,
like, Frank West saved my life, and, like, they're like, oh, how do we know you're telling the truth? And he takes his arm off.
Yeah.
And he's like, because, like, this happened here. And it's like, that's cool. Like, obviously they're going to have to do something else to Frank to, like, fuck him over, which he, like, willingly goes to jail. But that's the thing. I can see in the Punisher series, like, they go through that.
Yeah.
You know, like,
you see him on the floor.
They show him, like, with his, like, hand blown off or whatever. And it's like, I didn't need to see that. I already know that guy got fucked up, you know, like, or, like, little things. I mean, I get it. It makes sense for the story, but little things like Billy Russo being a guy in the military kind of bothers me.
Yeah. I knew right away. Like, I didn't know Billy Russo was Jigsaw, but for whatever reason, like, I mean, I just seen too many of these things. I was like, you know what, man? I bet you this guy would become, I don't know, even spoiling it, like, but you already know because you said Billy Russo being military. But I was like, I bet you if I were making this show by, like, TV rules, he would become Jigsaw.
Well, yeah.
Everybody's calling him pretty, and I'm like
well, see, exactly, and that's the thing. Like, you know, they like that. The guy they picked to play Billy Russo is a very handsome actor, pretty boy looking. So it's like, oh, and of course, I mean, Billy Russo is Jigsaw.
Yeah.
It's like when they
see, like, I didn't know that before, but I was just like, I bet you this is where they're going.
Sense, yeah.
Like, just making an eternal bad guy, you know?
Yeah. And so that's the thing, like, because in this show, it's gonna make the dichotomy of the character a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Because, like, Jigsaw kind of is Punisher's main nemesis.
Yeah.
But, you know, in this show, it's gonna be a little more interesting because, like, they obviously have a friendship.
Yeah.
They know each other. So whenever shit goes down, you know, it's gonna be like, oh, damn. As opposed to, like, the comic books where, like, Billy Russo is just a fucking low level thug for the mafia, and, like, Punisher just, like, fucking throws him into a glass crushing machine.
Him up.
And it was just
So
like
it's more a one-sided rivalry.
yeah, exactly. So like
Yeah.
Billy Russo is more or less like, I'm gonna fuck this guy up, or Punisher's just like, who's this piece of shit?
Yeah.
Like,
It's more like the Joker in the beginning. Like,
exactly.
Why are we doing this?
Yeah. Like, yeah, like, so I don't know. I mean, and like I said, it's gonna make sense for the show. I don't know if like Billy becomes Jigsaw in the show.
Yeah.
Does
No.
he? Or
Come on, dude.
I don't know. Like,
No,
because
but I mean,
I haven't finished it, so
no. But I don't even mean that. I just mean again, I've seen enough of make just the hero. I study that as a whole.
yeah.
But inadvertently from being around it too much, that I just know like TV wise that would make no sense.
Yeah.
Because we'll just save it for a season 2 that may or may not happen. You know, like
Well, yeah, that's true.
So,
well,
yeah.
I mean, shit, we're getting up to 3 seasons of Iron Fist, so I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a season 2 of
the only reason
Punisher.
the only reason I say that is because I don't know. Again, it just goes back to the Disney stuff.
Yeah. Oh, well, true.
Like it will happen. I just don't know where it will happen.
Yeah. God, it's
All
so
that
weird.
stuff, season 2 of everything, those things are happening because they were just locked in already.
Yeah. I mean, they could move it. They could move it to Hulu because, like, from what I've seen on here,
No,
Hulu,
I think they want that shit home. So it either stays
mean-
at Netflix or it's coming.
or
Everything's
it's going
coming home.
I don't know. It just seems because, like, I mean,
Then again, you know what? You mentioned Hulu and Runaways is on Hulu. So what the fuck? do I
Runaways
know?
is on Hulu. I think I don't know if The Inhumans is on there. I don't know if it is.
I mean, if it
I
goes
haven't
on
been paying
there,
attention.
it could go on there as a legacy show, but like it was aired on ABC originally.
Okay.
So I mean, well, yeah, wherever
Is that show already
ABC
over?
goes,
Is that already done?
yeah,
Inhumans?
yeah, and I'm pretty sure unless they really want it to come back, like it doesn't have the ratings to come back.
Oh no. But
It looked like dog shit. I never saw it,
I mean, I don't.
but it looked like dick.
Yeah, I mean,
And it
I
was
just
made
saw,
by the Iron Fist guy. So
Oh, really?
even more
okay.
reason why it looked like dick.
God, it's terrible. Ah.
That guy's amazing. That guy's a genius. Like he's one of those people that like, yeah, like his art might suck. Like we were just talking about. Like Iron Fist definitely sucks. I seen it. I think you've seen it from the way you were talking.
I hate that show.
Yeah, it sucks. It's fucking disgusting.
I couldn't even. I got it to. There were 12 episodes. I think I got to episode 11, and
Yeah.
I was like, nope. I
Yo,
can't
I
even
know
finish
many
it,
people who couldn't finish it around like 3 or 4.
dude.
Like, yo, my mom quit at 4.
Like that show was trash.
It was, but that was the first one where I kind of had to force myself
Yeah. No, I
to
was.
watch.
It was like fucking force feeding myself nails.
Yeah,
It was like
disgusting.
fuck.
So you know what felt that way too? Defenders.
Oh really?
That was a horrible show.
Yeah, because like I haven't finished it. I don't know if I ever will. I mean, I kind of like to see things through to the end,
You don't need to.
but
You good?
because like to be fair, well, not to be fair, this is actually kind of a bias in my own.
Yeah.
Like if I'm watching, if you're a new media in movie sense, if I'm watching and because obviously in my room I watch shit either sitting on my couch or lying on my couch or lying in bed.
Yeah.
So like if I fall asleep within like say I'm watching an hour long show, if I fall asleep within the first 20 minutes, I'm not gonna watch the show. Like I'm not gonna go back and be like, no, I can
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give it a shot. Because obviously if you don't give me if you can't catch me in 20 minutes,
Yeah.
there's a problem.
Mm.
Like because I feel it's even worse now for certain people, like or at least not for certain people, at least for a certain like age group. Like because I'm being like I feel that people that are like 24 and younger have like bad attention, which is why like movies are rarely 2 hours. Like and that's being like courteous. Like movies to me, it seems like an hour and a half is like the standard.
I rarely watch TV with people or anything, but like when I'm at certain people's like houses and like they're like, let's put on a show, and like they put it on and they're like still fucking on their phones.
Well, that
they're
too.
still doing something else.
Yeah,
and I'm
that
like,
too.
That's amazing. Like I can't watch TV like that. Like TV
Yeah.
that I give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Because then I'm just not even watching it. It's just on there. Like what's the point?
Yeah. Like I, if I'm going to watch something, at least something new,
Yeah.
I'm not going to, I mean, if I get a message, I get a message. But I mean, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, what happened? I can always rewind it.
My homie I stayed
know?
with in Denver, he wasn't digging around on his phone, but he's like working hard, like getting mastersness in architectness or whatever. So like he would put on stuff. He even paid for some stuff that he wanted to see, but he just keeps working. It was just like I was like, yo, man, in terms of like for what he's doing, I'm like, yo, you probably one of the hardest working people I've ever seen, been around, but why the fuck you even putting this shit on that you pay for?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
if you
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
gonna
Like,
watch
you're
it.
not gonna watch it. Like, what's the point?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And he's like, I just need some background shit, but I'm like, well, don't pay for your background.
Yeah,
Like,
fucking jump on YouTube and fucking listen to some music or something.
but you know what? Like for him, like talking to him about it, like, I mean, I'm not sure if he's getting the whole 100%, but like I think he's getting enough of it that he'll have his own way of reviewing it. Like, so
yeah,
it's still pleasing him in some weird way, but I'm like, I could never watch shit like that.
yeah. I mean, well, I can't do that with like a movie.
Yeah, or
Because-
anything I'm interested in.
Because like
Yeah.
with a movie, like I like unless it's something I already have like seen so many times or I'm a fan of already.
Yeah,
Like I can't like watch a movie. If I'm watching a movie by myself, like if I'm watching a movie by myself, don't fucking bother me. You know, like
the mic rules. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you know if
Try and be immersed in it. Yeah,
if I'm watching a movie and that door's closed and you knock, cool. But if I'm watching a movie and that door's open,
yeah.
like I get that, like, because like
Building the immersion. Yeah,
it's the immersion and also like just being me, like I fucking love being ensnared
yeah,
in something like that.
yeah.
Now it's different, like as much, you know, I mean clearly these records and as much music as I listen to, like because it's become such second nature to me.
Yeah,
Like when I listen to music, like even if I'm listening to it like album from start to finish and get like 5 songs in and then all of a sudden like there becomes like this dead period in my ears where like even though I'm still listening to the music, it's not registering,
yeah.
but it is. So like I might not know the title and length of song 7 on whatever album, but I'll be able to like sit there and hum the riff or whatever the drum pattern is. And like, but that's just come with so much time of just obviously ingesting so much music that it just becomes second nature to my ears. But like in a movie, yeah, it's like, no, I want to see what's happening. I want to hear what's happening. Like audio cues matter in movies.
Yeah, man.
They don't matter in video games.
Well, there was that blind Street Fighter player, like, who, you know, he said he depends primarily on that.
Well, I mean, you know, it's fine.
Like,
But I mean, you know, I'm talking about those guys that have to wear the headphones and gripes.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. Like, but I like the way that. Well, aside from Iron Fist and Defenders, clearly,
Yeah.
I like the way that the Marvel television universe is going. I mean,
I think
the
Defenders,
MCU seems to be going in a great
Oh
direction.
no, they're great. They're
Yeah,
great.
so-
Let me say, like, whatever people want to say about Justice League, whatever, yo, but Thor was amazing. I don't know if you saw it yet.
No, I still need to see it.
Thor is
See, and
real
that's the
good.
thing. Like, I'm always like, there used to be a time when I was always on point. Nowadays,
I'm always on point with that. I don't
Yeah.
really go to the theater for not comic booky movies. Star Wars, you know, but it's
Yeah.
the same thing, just in a different
Yeah.
way.
Like I can tell you when the next ingested lobotomized remains album comes out. I'm
Yeah.
not going to be able to tell you when
Like,
Thor 4 comes out.
I know.
Being 100%
I know all
fair.
that shit, dude. I
You know?
know that shit way too much.
Like I know way more about like
Black Panther next year, Avengers Infinity War. I'm like, oh my
Black
God.
Panther's in February, yeah.
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 Black History Month.
Oh yeah, word.
Yes. I remember like one of my James Bernardin, I think his name is. He does a lot of stuff. But you know, like he's in the Hollywood world.
Yeah.
But he was like, yo, we are taking the month off for Black Panther. The
whole month?
Black. Yeah, he's black.
Oh,
So he's
shit.
like, yeah, we taking the whole month off.
That's badass.
I was like, that's funny.
I agree. Fuck. It's like,
then
nah,
after
Black
that-
Panther's coming out again.
Black Panther. So I am excited for that movie, and I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And I'll probably be great when I watch it. When I see the trailers, I don't care as much because it just looks like a good Marvel movie, and like they've been so consistent that I'm like, yeah, I just expect it to be. Worst case scenario is good. You know, like it's not even great.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Like Doctor Strange wasn't. I don't feel Doctor Strange was great, but it was really.
No.
It was good.
yeah. But you see,
Like-
all right. So I feel like this is where I feel like Black Panther might have some danger for me. Is that that might be my worst case scenario? Is that certain people might take it a little bit more serious because yes, the first black like real hero for them. And unlike, I don't want to say crap, but like I haven't seen it yet, but there's a CW show called Black Lightning. I probably will never see it. Just because I'm kind of on break. Yeah. But he's the more stereotypical black hero. He's in the hood, he's fighting gangsters.
Oh, okay, yeah.
This is the only one that I think no one ever brings up this point. They just see black and they're happy. This is the only one that's in fucking Africa.
Yeah, he's actually in Africa. He's
a king.
He's
all
a
this
king.
Shit. Yeah,
This
is not fucking like another dude in a variation of New York.
No, yeah.
Fighting
he's
other
not
black
from the Bronx.
people.
Yeah, he's not coming
like
out of
Cage
Harlem.
is cool, but I mean, I love that like all his bad guys are fucking gangsters, which some of that makes sense. But then like when they fight the Hand in Defenders, his bad guy is also a gangster, even though he's an African warlord. Yeah, he just appears as a gang. I'm like, what the fuck, really, dude?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know, because I know that like from what I've seen about Black Panther, like I mean clearly, you know the villains are going to be within Wakanda, but there's also going to be like political shit as well.
So like my one negative already with that shit is evil Black Panther. I'm like, oh my gosh, Marvel movies, man, suffer from that evil mirror, you know, like and that's the thing that happens with every superhero thing. But man, every Marvel movie, like that seems to be like their choice a lot of the time is evil mirror version. Like that's their go-to. like
Thor, Loki is like that. What you mean?
I wouldn't even say there because like one is a brain guy, the other is a more
like he's more like heart and muscle or heart.
But like Iron Man 1 and 2 are evil fat Iron Man, you know?
like Ironmonger, and then
Ant-Man is evil Wasp. Or not Wasp, but whatever his name is.
Yeah, the Wasp or Yellow Jacket.
Yeah. Evil Ant-Man, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like.
And some of those things I understand, like those guys should exist, but I just felt like every movie, it's like that's the one they choose, though.
Yeah, but that's like, but like number one, it's also like how iconic the villain is, but also like, oh my god, Marvel was, you know, they're a victim of the time.
Hulk, Abomination, you know, like
yeah, exactly, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like in general, everybody has a version of that, but it just seems for every movie they choose that a lot.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like, because. I mean, which really bums me out because like Edward Norton had to go and fuck everything up, but like we weren't like you saw the Incredible Hulk, yeah?
Yeah, I saw everything.
Yeah. So like that scene where like he meets Mr. Green meets Mr. Blue, and Mr. Blue is that other guy that's also been experimenting with gamma radiation and how to cure it, and obviously there's no cure for it.
Yeah.
And then all that shit happens and he gets cut open.
Becomes the leader.
And he becomes the lead, or it shows him starting to become the leader.
There were like
and it's like, yes, like that's so sick because like the leader to me is one of my favorite villains that ever fought the Hulk.
Yeah.
Let alone like the MC universe as is.
Yeah.
And we're never gonna get that character again. That's never happening because Edward Norton fucked everything up.
Kevin Feige. Well, why you think that is?
Well, because
like not that Edward fucked it up, but I mean that we'll never get him
because they're not doing standalone Hulk films.
They're not, but
like they're doing Hulk
in things, yes, like in Ragnarok,
Thor 3, and
but I mean, and Kevin Feige is the man. He's like, you know, one of my favorite producers because he's made this whole MCU. Like no one can really say they. Like, Star Wars is amazing. It's obviously way more profitable, but I mean, like, no one's done like this 16 movie interconnected thing that probably, even though maybe not every movie is great, like the overall sum of its parts is like really cool. They all flirt with each other.
It all fits. Yeah.
So no one's really done something like that before. So overall, but he does say a lot of things that he says. I think he's very PC in public. So I know all the women cornered him at a recent Comic-Con event, and they were like, "Let's do a female Avengers," and he was like, how am I going to say no to all these people? I got like, I got Valkyrie. I forgot who played Valkyrie, but I got this actress and a few other badass actresses were around him. So he was like, I can't say no to that. So, but that don't mean it's going to happen either. But for PC versus, but he also told another story. He said he walked up to, I can't, what's his name? What's the Hulk actor's name?
Edward Norton or
current one.
Oh my gosh, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, all right. So he walked up to him, and he's like, "If we were to do like a Hulk trilogy, what would you want?" And he doesn't say what he said, but he's like, "I like it," and he's like, "It's starting with Ragnarok," you know, like because like he said, the path that he laid out is like, okay, we'll start this with Ragnarok. Doesn't mean it's ever gonna happen, because these guys, you know, like they have their plan, but at the same time, they get something like Punisher and plans change, right? There was never gonna be a Punisher. There was gonna be 4.
Yeah.
And now look, so I feel like it can still happen. It just depends what, because according to that quote, you can look that up from Kevin Feige. He wants to do one, but that don't mean it is gonna happen.
Exactly. Yeah, of course.
Like,
which is a bummer.
Actually, he want to do 3.
Yeah.
He's like, not ain't how we do a movie for you. He's like, how we do 3 for you.
Yeah.
Because I believe the question was like, if we were to do a trilogy for you, like, how would you want it to end? So like,
I mean, like it.
But what I was gonna say with Black Panther is like, and strains. You mentioned strains. I feel like every movie one right now sucks. Not that it really sucks, but every movie that isn't a movie one from Marvel, everybody's playing with everybody. So movie one right now is a rite of passage, because when movie 2 happens for you, now you get to fuck around. Yeah. Because you look at like Thor Ragnarok, and I don't want to say too much, but there's other people not named Hulk in there, you know, even if it's small, you know, doing stuff. Or Spider-Man, even though that was his movie 1, is really movie 7. So he didn't get an origin outside of saying he got bit. Which is great, fantastic. Yeah. And he had Iron Man in his movie, you know. Yeah. Ant-Man did have Falcon, so that was the exception of the rule. But Falcon, he had his little part. But more often than not, movie 1 is them by themselves, and then they get to play around with everybody. Yeah. Because you look at movie 2 for Captain America, it had I guess he's not that big a deal, but Sam Jackson. Don't remember if it had him. Then you get movie 3 where fucking everybody and their mama showed up.
Yeah. Because like it was Captain America, and then it was Winter Soldier, and then it was Civil War. Yeah. Which was interesting, but
I mean, I like that movie.
I felt it was interesting that they did Civil War as a Captain America film, because that's an Avengers thing. Yeah. So, other than that, I mean,
it's too big a real story. That's why. It wouldn't be one film. You would end up.
You'd have to have 2. At the least 2. Yeah. And I'm okay with Civil War. I originally, like, when it was coming out, I was kind of skeptical just because. But overall, in the way that they're going with the Captain America films, or I mean, and in the Marvel films,
that dude has the best hero trilogy to me, period, which is amazing because I don't even like that character.
I'm not really a Captain America fan. Like,
his movies are so badass, yo.
His movies are really good.
You can remove all the hero element from movie 2, and I think that movie is a fantastic movie.
It is. The movie's great. Like, that movie's great.
That movie's crazy. Movie 3 is great for the opposite reason. The story's not as strong, but that airport scene, I've never seen anything, let alone Spider-Man coming in there, but I've never seen anything like it in any other film, because there's a point where that airport scene becomes enough of this one-on-one shit, and now everybody starts helping everybody. Yeah. And I know some people like to name other groups like X-Men, but the X-Men never teamed up like that. Yeah. X-Men, which is sad. Because they should always be teaming up like that.
Yeah, that's true. Like in those X-Men movies, it was kind of like
they never team up like that.
Like Cyclops goes off by his own. Or Storm does something, and it's like, what the fuck? Like,
they never team up like that. The stuff that was the real comic book stuff. Y'all, I'm watching that shit. That was another movie. I actually cried for that. That's not even sad, but I saw
tears of joy.
I saw Spider-Man swinging from not Iron Man, but from fucking War Machine's legs. Oh yeah, I'm crying right now, Like,
yeah, dude. Like,
that shit still made me. I screen capped that, I remember that, oh my gosh, I saw that shit because I was like, it was like 2-part. One, it was amazing. 2, it's like that shouldn't even be happening because that guy was on Sony. Yeah, I was like, I was like, what is this? That was amazing. Yeah, and then at the same time, they're fucking commenting and doing the Star Wars thing on Ant-Man. Yeah, while Iron Man and War Machine flop him, I was like, "Yo, what is going on right now? Like this is crazy."
No, that whole
shit is
whole scene was
There's no hero action scene that even comes close.
No, yeah, because it had everybody, like it had everyone that was involved equally did something.
Yeah,
and then some.
Yeah,
it was so well done. Yeah, like, and even if that movie wasn't the best movie, it's things like that make up for like the certain aspects that it lacks.
And that movie did one other thing that no other movie did. For some reason, last year was a big hero versus hero thing.
Yeah,
like.
That may be Superman.
Yeah, or even Punisher, Daredevil for the first half, you know?
Yeah.
And then even in the animated front, they came out with Teen Titans versus Justice League, you know?
That's right, they did. Yeah.
And they all had their little, you know, reasons why they're all fighting each other and blah, blah, blah. But they all had cop-outs at the end, except for one. And Civil War was the only one that the final battle or scene is not like, a bad guy made us do this. Because, I guess Zemo kind of made him do it, but they didn't fight Zemo.
No, they fought each other.
Yes, and that was the only movie that did that.
Yeah.
Because even Batman vs. Superman had fucking fake Zod Day, if you want to call him that, Zod Doomsday, whatever freak abomination.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about that movie. But anyway, like they fought each other, dude. They fought each other. Like that's it to the end. He was like, dude, I know. He even says it like, yeah, dude, but I know logically it's stupid, but he killed my mom and I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And then now they're doing like some Ryu Ken Bison Alpha 3 shit.
Dude,
and they tag teaming him with the fucking with the shield combos.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like
when, dude, I love it when
ripping out his arm, ripping out the chest.
When he blows his arm off with the repulsor. I was like,
yeah, like dude, that was amazing. Like no other movie did that, yo.
Yeah.
And they found a way to do that. Was amazing. That like when they did that, I was very angry because I knew right away they were gonna like not put a mask on Zemo. But I was like, yo, if this is what you're using him for, it's the same reason why I'm not mad at Billy Russo Jigsaw. Because if you do dumb shit, but you use it right, well then it's worth it.
Yeah,
it's not dumb
of course.
No more.
Yeah,
and I thought Zemo being like a minor little pawn in this was worth it for everything we got.
Yeah,
we got crazy ass airport. We got a 2-on-1 scene here, and and you just saw like everybody just tearing themselves down on some emotional shit. Like that was pretty crazy, man.
Like fucking Rhodey got crippled. You know, like
that was stupid. That was fucking Vision, little being an emo bitch, yo. Like robots need love too, I guess.
Robots need love too. Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, yo, I get Iron Man being angry at Falcon and shit, but it's like, your boy shot him. He's like mad at Falcon. Like, how dare you dodge? Like, what the fuck is this crazy ass gem laser, yo?
Yeah.
You seen what them stones do?
Yeah.
Rhodey should be happy he alive.
Yeah, because that thing like went straight through him.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
ALR Boosh. Diary of a Boosh. Part 1. Should I stay or should I go? I don't know. So I spit it in a rap flow. Ayo. What am I doing in Denver? Passing the time until I remember. Feeling like Lacquer Head gone to November. Mom prays I'm back for December. Cause I left on a whim, left the house to my next of kin. Frustrating game of life not winning. Funny my family told me I was killing. Cause I write rhymes when I make Instagram posts every time. Every picture works on the craft, lyrics whack, okay, as long as I make you laugh. But a one way to Colorado, curve reds or false Dorado. Means they live like no tomorrow. Hit up Drew for a couch to borrow.
Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know. Of hearing the same flow, I'ma sound like an asshole. I'm real repetitive, yo, life giving me them blows. Not them good ones, though, more like ludicrous elbows. Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know. Of hearing the same flow, I'ma sound like an asshole.
Dreamed it Halloween in Denver, change of seasons, night to remember. Black box, logo, dubstep crew, bass drops, you know what to do. Past 2 a.m. Tom's Diner, burgers and shakes, nothing finer. Bar stander the next night, house beats while drinking Sprite. No mind, Josh Butler, England. Friend advice, tell me to see them. International artists for the weekend. Walking the boat, no speeding. Experience is what I'm here for, but honestly, I just hit a board. Chill mode, like I'm at the resort. Nothing else, interesting.
Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know. Of hearing the same flow, I'ma sound like an asshole. I'm real repetitive, yo, life giving me them blows. Not them good ones, though, more like ludicrous elbows. Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know. Of hearing the same flow, I'ma sound like an asshole.
Back in SA now, life, where will it take me? Wow, where do I wanna go? Better question to ask myself, yo. Rap flow, my diary, hey. Rest of my songs might be this way. Rap to keep my head on straight. Real shots, no head on fakes. Will I do what it takes to make myself really, really great? Will I crumble, pressure too great? In love with the need to create? Makes me feel real good. Used to have regrets, wish I could. Nowadays I do the thing, going after what my heart sings.
Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know, of hearing the same flow. I'ma sound like an asshole. I'm real repetitive, yo. Life giving me them blows, not them good ones, though. More like ludicrous elbows. Should I stay or should I go? You tired, I know, of hearing the same flow. I'ma sound like an asshole.